Yo, what's up everyone? What's up PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast. A podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up everyone? What's up PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it live in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introductions. You already know what you getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruptions. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their bag like, what's up?
What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is? What it do? What's up? What it is? PlayStation. PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it, I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama, they keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters need to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back like, what's up?
What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought up. The potential is exponential. Gaming credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast, and welcome to episode 87 of the What's Up PlayStation podcast. And I'm your host for this week, as you can obviously see, because I'm doing the intros. Right, listen, how's y'all week been, man? I hope y'all good, man. We appreciate y'all coming through Saturday. Hope you got your bowl of milk, not your bowl of milk, your bowl of cereal with the milk. You understand? Your eggs, pancakes, sausage, bacon, whatever you eat for breakfast, your coffee. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good show for y'all, man. It's gonna be a really good show. And you know, can't wait to get into the topics. It's a real beefy week this week, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody here. But listen, guys, I gotta be honest. What's Up PlayStation podcast would not be what it is without the other half of WUPS. You understand? The best list on YouTube. The man that is 0 for 2 right now when it comes to games releasing in 2022. Oh, we gonna talk about it. Mr. Let Me Be, the king of the Bronx, Mr. Jack Chicken, my boy Bari in the building. Bari, what's good, bro?
Yo, what is good, man? What is good? Yo, what is good, guys, man? We are here. It is Saturday. I was about to say Sunday. Yo, listen, don't blame me today, man. I had no sleep at all for the past day because watching all the Street Fighter 6 information. But you already know the vibes, man. It's always appreciated seeing all the beautiful people in the chat. We see you guys, man. PlayStation Nation, Whole Slate Nation,
Whole Slate Nation.
What is good? Hey, yo, you can't blame me for the other one, Persona. On their website, they were saying 2022 the whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just updated their website now, saying 2023 because they announced it got delayed. But, yeah, you ain't see the website?
I seen it. I know. 0 for 2 though. You 0 for 2 right now.
Yeah, that's why God of War gonna get delayed. How about that?
Hey, you see the disrespect? We're not gonna allow that. You understand? God of War will release this year. You understand? And it's most definitely going to be releasing in November. We're going to talk about it, though.
Y'all said y'all don't need God of War to release.
Nah,
this
we
year.
need. No, who said that bullshit? I ain't say none of that. God of War most definitely needs to release this year, right? I am not accepting nothing else but that. It has to release this year. I needs to play that. You feel me? Listen, don't be mad at me. Cause Final Fantasy 16 and Granblue, which I'm excited for those as well. But my boy Bari is 0 for 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no, I'm
my
not,
man's
I'm
is
not
0 for 2.
I'm not upset with Final Fantasy 16. I was never upset with Granblue. I'm upset with that because that got delayed 2 years now for 2 years.
Yeah,
now.
2 years in a row. That's not.
It was originally supposed to come out in 2020. It got delayed to 2021, and then it got delayed to 2022. Matter of fact, that's gonna be 3 years. It got delayed. No. Crazy. It was supposed to come out 2021. Then it got delayed to this year. Then it got delayed 2023. So yeah, 2 years.
Crazy. But
so that one right there, I'm a little upset. But Final Fantasy, nah, I'm not upset about that.
But how you feeling this week, man? How's your week been?
Hey, I'm tired, man. Yo, I'm gonna give it a buck, man. Yo, so much information with Street Fighter. It's not even just Street Fighter 6, yo. It's like fighting games this month is getting mad updates. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to keep up with all the updates and then all the games that's coming out, like the Quarry that's came out. There's a lot of cool indie games that, I still got to finish up as well. And then, you know when you get the updates to games that you like?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? You're going back to the game and you're trying to see what the updates is about. So it takes up some of your time where you're like, I'm just going to see what this game is about. Then you spend 5 hours on the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see you on that.
So I was like, yo, this week was just like a whole bunch of, update came for this game. Oh, let me chase. Oh, damn. Now I'm playing for 3 hours. Oh, update came for this. Oh, let me learn some setups with Granblue. Oh, no, let me see if I can bait this stuff. Oh, Guilty Gear got a new update. Oh, let me see what's going on. Let me go through the patch notes and go through these characters. And
Yep.
5 hours later, he's like, oh, shit. The fuck?
Yeah, I get it.
I didn't get to finish Edian Chronicles yet, man. And then the Quarry dropped, and then we here. So it's been a busy-ass week, man, work-wise. And gaming wise, man, it's been crazy.
Hey, yo, listen, I'm right there with you, bro. Yeah, I've been putting out a lot of content on the channel, bro. You as well. Like you've been a busy boy. You feel me?
Little bits here and there.
I've been putting out like a lot of content on the channel, and then like I'm juggling like 5 games right now. It's crazy. Like. My spotlight. My spotlight might surprise you this week because it was a game we talked about last week that I started and I'm really into. But yeah, I mean, gaming, putting out content on the channel. We had a dope Ladies Night episode this week, and a good episode of When Persona Speaks. Trailer breakdowns and reviews and everything. So it's been a lot of content, and then work. I took off yesterday and Thursday and Friday, so I had a pretty short week this week in terms of work weeks. And then next week I also got Thursday and Friday off as well. So, it's
oh man,
it's pretty good right now.
Just taking off work.
Well, fiscal year is next month, and I still got like a lot of time I got to use. Like I have to use a certain amount of time, and then a certain amount of time also rolls over. So I got to use a certain amount of time. So I'm gonna use. I
ain't gonna lie. Thursday, I'm most likely gonna be taking off, yo, cause that's a celebration day for me.
Yes, sir.
So that whole day, I need that all off.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I know that. As soon as the trailer dropped, I know that trailer breakdown video is shortly. It's coming shortly after.
Absolutely.
So,
hopefully.
Yeah.
Whatever they drop, they only got 10. We getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we're getting ahead. But yo, shout out to the chat, man, and also, man, I want to shout out the members of the channel real quick. And remember, shout out to the WUPS Nation. And if you want to be a part of the WUPS Nation, you can click the link in the description and join the membership on the channel, man. It's a lot of cool little perks that me and Bari got planned down the road. So definitely check that out. But in terms of the members on the channel, man, shout out to John Donuts, Phillipson 22. Kyle Ward 789, Tarana Duffy, Eastern Conference Gaming, Stealth Guy Gaming, How Weird Gaming, Tactical Gamer, Alfonso Carter, AC, Steady Flow, Stir Crazy, Stardust Acero, Gian Nadon, J Gamer UK, Cyber Dragon, Games for Eternity, Broken Saint 1978, Unicron, C Fresh 2180, Strictly Gaming, Viper Reaps Corner, Jay Wright, Blue Mustang 357, Damien, Magnificent Black, Henry Heck, Chi-Town Gamer 1982, King Kiso, Bird, Jay Bari, Upchuck Gaming, The Wreck, Navigator 3221, Nariko, Gaming with Persona, Dreology 619, and last but not least, Mr. Go Tryhard Guy Uchiha. And shout out to the newest member just now, which was Ice Queen Gaming joining up the membership.
That's the Queen of Ice.
Queen Gaming. Appreciate you joining the membership. The WUPS Nation. Shout out to you, Ice Queen, man. And shout out to all the members of the channel. Shout out to the subscribers, the lurkers, and people just coming through for the first time. We appreciate all of y'all here at the What's Up
Persona.
PlayStation. What's up, bro?
YouTube has a very cool feature that they're rolling out. It's the gifting members feature, just like Twitter, not Twitter, Twitch, where you can gift subscriptions and stuff like that to random people that's in the chat. YouTube has it as well, so that stuff is rolling out. So I don't think it's enabled on every channel, but most likely, like next week, we're probably going to have it enabled, just in case anybody want to gift and all that stuff. We'll have that option there as well. But it's a really cool feature, man. So yeah, we'll definitely see how that's going to run out and how that's going to work when it comes to. Oh, and also you can raid people's streams as well.
Yeah, I know that's a Twitch feature.
It's a little bit more difficult to set up, but you have to go in your settings and you have to enable it in your settings, where you can just enable people that you are following or subscribe to. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope, man. I like how how YouTube is finally, getting some of those cool Twitch features to help, channels grow and make them unique. So I definitely appreciate that. But yo, Bari, man, listen. You know how we do things here, man. Chat, y'all know how we do things. We got to start with the games for the week, right? And let's see what awesome games I bought or what Bari bought. I'm sure Bari bought a couple things over here, especially some of those quickie plats. But all right,
whoa.
Oh, my fault. I'm talking too much. All right, so first we've got Lost Ruins for the PlayStation 4. We've got
I actually want to buy this game right here, but
what is this about?
I held off.
What is this?
It looks like it's like a dungeon crawler, like platformer, like pixelated game.
Okay. Okay.
You probably saw it on the PlayStation Store. The box art or the digital art looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, I probably scrolled past it a couple times. Heart of the Woods for the PlayStation 5. Super Arcade Racing for the PlayStation 4. Spell Force 3 Reforced for the PS5. I'm glad this finally released, because like every time I go into the store and like looking like the pre-order section, I keep seeing it and I'm like, when the hell is this game releasing? Jesus, I'm glad this finally released. The Jumpin' Fries for the PS5, PS4.
Yes, sir.
Quickie
no,
Plats.
That's not the same one, right?
There's two. There's two. The second one is coming up.
Jumpin' ones?
Yeah, there's two Jumpin' Fries games. Quickie Plats.
Burger, fries,
tacos, all that. Jumpin' Fries, Quickie Plats. You feel me? PS4 and PS5 trophies are separate. Definitely snatch that up. It's only $1.50. And then No Time to Relax for the PlayStation 5. Noel, The Mortal Fate for the PlayStation 4. Super Impossible Road for PS5, PS4. The Jumping Fries Turbo for the PS5, PS4. Again, Jumping Fries Turbo. This game $250. Separate trophy list. Quickie. Like, get that in less than like 2 minutes. Always Run for the PS4. Arcade Archives Motos for the PS4. Delivery from the Pain for the PS4. Frutakia 2 for the PS5, PS4. Industria for the PS5, Squarekeeper for the PS5, PS4, Tour de France 2022. I was wondering if we were gonna see another one. PS5, PS4. Yo, and these games sell too, bro. Like these Tour de France games, people buy them joints. I'm like, I'm good. Will Die Alone for the PlayStation 4, Freshly Frosted for the PS4, Jurassic Pinball for the PS5, Metal Max Xeno Reborn for the PS4. The Quarry Fire for the PS5, PS4. The Wizard and the Slug for the PS5, PS4. And last but not least, Zeus Quest, The Rebirth of the Earth for the PS5, PS4.
Whoa, that's a title right there.
That's definitely a title. Yeah, pretty interesting releases this week, honestly. But we are in the spotlight portion, right? And with the spotlight, guys, You know how we do things here, man. Spotlight is a portion of the show where me and Bari give you guys a game that we think y'all should check out, right? It could be a brand new game. It could be an old game. It could be a game from your childhood. It could be a game that hasn't released yet. The purpose of the Spotlight is just to spotlight games that we think you, the community, should check out. So this week, Bari, what is your Spotlight game or games for the week? And are you going to break the rules?
Absolutely. This week, absolutely.
Yes,
I'm breaking
sir.
the rules.
Yes,
'Cause
sir.
like I told y'all already at the beginning of June, I'm spotlighting this motherfucker every single week. Put y'all up on game when this game comes out. And it's DNF Duel. The game comes out June 28th. So yes, man, DNF Duel. If you're trying to get into fighting games or you're looking for a great fighting game, this is the game. This is the game. I'm telling you guys, man, we just got a whole bunch of character trailers that we're gonna go over here later on the show. But the game is fun as hell. It's pretty easy to get into because they have like the easy inputs as well, where you use the directional pad and a face button. But the game is stylish. It got that stylistic approach. The characters are so cool. Every character feels different. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to have a good time with it. It does have a story mode for those people that are, intrigued by that stuff. It does have a, tutorial and training mode and all that stuff, which looks pretty good so far from what I'm seeing. And yeah, I'm just excited for this game, man. Been excited for the game since the beta. I never knew what Dungeon Fighter was until this game. But yo, when you're excited for some Persona and then you get into the series, like that's the same thing that happened to me with Granblue, right? Granblue, I never got into Granblue until Versus came out. I was like, this game is pretty cool, and I found out it was like a whole bunch of RPG. So I downloaded the RPG on my phone or played it on the browser. Got into the series, and it's no different with Dungeon Fighter. You know what I mean? I'm on the website. I'm looking at these characters. They look cool as hell. They got a whole little. It's just amazing stuff, man. So I'm excited to see this game come out finally on June 28th, and yeah, hopefully you guys pick it up as well. DNF Duel, guys. DNF Duel. Look at it. Watch the trailers. Also, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge.
Stole mine.
Man, yo, I told y'all guys how .mu does it, man. Yep. They be like, oh, coming later. They show a new trailer. Oh, it's launching next week. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? But yo, the whole 6-player co-op joint. Mm-hmm. Listen, man, we definitely having one of those gaming nights for this game right here, man, because it's gonna be cool as long as nobody pick Michelangelo, especially for the first run through. I don't know how we want to do that. We're gonna have to talk about that Persona as far as like a first run through, what we're gonna be doing. But the game just looks fun as hell. We're gonna go through it.
I mean, I'm playing as Raphael. I'm playing as Raphael. So I mean, I don't give a fuck. It's the first, second, third.
Gonna pick Raph, man.
Nah, man. They can pick Raph in April.
Listen. If you guys come in for game night, when we do the 6-player co-op, and somebody trolling, I'm picking Michelangelo. That's the troll, J-Bar. You get your ass kicked.
That's a fact. That is a fact, man. That's a fact, man.
Kicked. You ain't trolling me with my character.
You can't pick Raph. No one can pick Raph. If we playing together, I'm Raph. Automatic, I'm Raphael.
Absolutely, man. And the last game I got to spotlight.
Oh damn! You breaking the rules 3 times over. God, yo, put them rulers in the chat. Yeah. Boy is breaking the rules this week, boy.
This one gonna be simple and sweet though. You know what I mean? Simple and clean out here. Because I'm super hyped for this joint. Okay. Is Sonic Frontiers, man. We ain't got a release date, but the gameplay that they're showing, the dev interviews that they're doing, they got me super hyped for the game, man. So whenever it comes out, hopefully it comes out this year, or whenever it come out, I can't wait to play that, man.
Nah, that's Sonic Frontiers not coming out this year, brother. That's 2023. That's definitely 2023.
I'm leaning towards that because you had that perfect opportunity to announce that this week, but you didn't.
They didn't announce none of that. But it looks good. The combat, I think, when the very first one they showed through the IGN first, I just wasn't feeling that. It felt too empty. But seeing the combat and the other ones, I'm like, all right, I'm more on board. You feel me? So
one more game, Persona.
Boy, you breaking the rules. You
Nah,
are
I'm
breaking the rule. Oh, you draw. I thought you was that serious.
Yo, if I'd have did 4 games, Persona would have been tight. I know that.
You're breaking the rules, boy. You might as well.
Get 'em in
The man put the ruler in a wood chipper. God damn. I'm kind of tight anyway. You took my. I definitely was gonna talk about Shredder's Revenge, but all right. So for me, man, my spotlight games for this week. So last week, Bari, during the podcast, we were talking about scary games, right? Because we were talking about Resident Evil 4 remake, and I had said that I still hadn't started RE Village, and you was like, Persona, you gotta play that. You gotta start that up. You gotta get it, Bari. That Persona, that game is it's fire, bro. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start it up. So I started it up over the weekend and into this week, right? And I'm in love, man. I love the game, bro. So far, like I'm really digging. First off, this game is beautiful. Like playing this on an OLED. This game is extremely beautiful. The 60 frames, the
Absolutely.
HDR, the color, the everything. And then you know how I do, man, with Bari. When it comes to these scary games, I love that immersion. So I got the sound system all the way up. I got the floor rumbling.
You ain't gonna do that the next part. I know that. But go ahead.
And
you gonna turn that light on that next part.
So
I ain't saying shit either.
it's really dope. I'm really enjoying it, and it's been a while since I played.
Are you still in the castle?
Yeah, so where I left off, I just got to the castle after doing the Heisenberg section because I'm playing
runaway scene with
the runaway scene. Yeah, and I got to the castle. Well, I stopped at the shop, bought some stuff, bought some ammo and stuff like that. And then once I got into the castle, there was a little safe room with the typewriter, so I just saved and stopped right there. I'm playing on hardcore for my first playthrough, which I probably shouldn't have did that because I'm like, I don't really know this game like that to really be playing on hardcore the first time around.
I played hard the first time. It hard gets really difficult when you get to the middle of the game and when you get to that end game part because you're gonna know. You're gonna know.
Yeah. So I was kind of stuck a little bit in the lichen section when they're attacking you. All the lichens start coming after you. I died. I'm ashamed to admit I died quite a few times on that part because I'm thinking
everybody for the first time playing that part, everybody, especially if you play it on hard, you're gonna die because you don't know what the hell you're doing.
I thought I was supposed to just kill them all and keep it moving. So I was trying to because there's the 2 barrels and everything. So I'm like, all right, let me kind of try to get them as close to the barrels and kill them, and then I figured I could keep moving. But they kept coming, and kept. I'm like, what's going on here? What am I supposed to do? And I just kept running, and the big dude came out, and then the cutscene finally hit. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. That's what you were supposed to do? I didn't know that.
It's a trigger thing.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, okay. But I died quite a bit. I'm not gonna cap.
I can't even tell you how long I was on that part. I was like, what the hell I got to do?
Yeah, I was stuck. I was just like stuck, bro. I just like. And like I died, I kept dying. I'm like, yo, what the hell am I? And like it's my first playthrough. I'm not trying to be looking online, and I want to experience this and figure it out for myself. So I was stuck on that part for like 4 hours, man. I'm not gonna cap.
Yeah,
I was stuck.
Yeah, real talk, everybody, bro, everybody. I refuse to believe that nobody wasn't stuck on that area. Like, what the hell you got to do? Because you lose your patience where it's like, oh, let me just try to kill these people or try to knife them. But nope. Yep. And they jump you, and then you. And
then I ran out of ammo, so I'm like, damn, like how am I supposed to kill all these lichens? I'm like, is there some type of special weapon or an area I'm missing? I'm looking at the whole map, thinking I need to go somewhere else first, or trying to sneak past. I'm just like, bro, what the hell do I do here, brother? And I finally figured it out. So Resident Evil Village. Listen, man, that opening too, where old girl got shot up by Chris and his team. I say, yo, y'all starting the game off like this? Hey, yo, hold up, man. Like, let's you got me hella intrigued. Like, all right, I need to see why y'all did that. Like, what's going on here? Like, why'd you do that, Chris? Especially like Chris Redfield. I'm like, Chris, what are you doing, brother?
It's the best version of the game now too because of the whole VRR update and they up in the resolution now.
Yep.
So I'm not the resolution, but the frame rate.
Yep.
When you play in ray tracing, you don't really see the effects of it because. When I was playing it, I turned off ray tracing just to get a more smooth, play. But now that shit's just like butter now, it's smooth.
Yeah, yeah, it's buttery smooth. And real quick, shout out to Lady Demonstru. I don't know. I feel like they did an update on her because from what I remember with like the trailers, the earlier trailers, and like some of the earlier footage I was seeing, she ain't looked this thick. You feel me?
Nah, she thick, bro. She thick.
Hey
She
yo,
had that
man,
donkey out all the time.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like yo, when I was at the scene where it was Mother Miranda, Heisenberg, and Lady Demonstru, and they all was sitting there deciding what to do with him with Ethan, she stood up, and I had to like look. I was like, wait, damn.
That's right.
I was like, hold up, was she always like this caked up? What's going on here, brother? So you know that's the first game. The second game is for me personally.
He paused the screen.
Absolutely.
He didn't want to tell y'all that, but that's what he did.
Absolutely. The second one for me is and I guess this kind of can lead into our impressions. The Quarry, right? Quarry is a very interesting game, to say the least. It's made by Supermassive, right? It's one of those scary interactive games, kind of like Until Dawn. And I think Until Dawn made Supermassive made Until Dawn too, right, Bari?
Yeah, Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Supermassive games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Quarry, man, listen, I'm digging it so far. The first night I played it, again, y'all know I love the immersion, so I got the sound all the way up. You know, it's super dark, it's hella quiet in the house. And I'm just playing this, man, and it's a really beautiful looking game. I like the choices, like it kind of got like those quick little, you got to make a decision quick, so you don't really have a whole lot of time to think, which I like because it makes it authentic. Because it's like, yo, look, you got to follow this, you got to, you kind of went this route. I do like the characters. I think the game itself, like in terms of the story and in terms of like how it's kind of moving, it's kind of a slow burn. I'll say you see a couple of little jump scares here and there, right? But it's more so the build up, right? Like you see like little funny things. Like I'm in chapter 3 now, so you'll see little like little ghosts or whatever you want to call them, like in the window when you walk past, and it makes that noise like you know how horror movies are.
Mm-hmm.
But the opening, like the prologue, that's what really had me like really into this. Where I was just like, yo, like I was not expecting the game to go that way. You feel me? Like that early. But I like all the characters so far. I think one of the weird things I think for me personally is that when a character's not really talking or not really supposed to be a part of a scene, like it's focused on two characters, like two people kind of having a conversation. Some of the other characters you see in the background, like they just have like this weird stance where like they're kind of just like just standing there, and it's just like, there's not really, there's not really a whole lot of like facial animations or movement. It's kind of just like they're just standing there, like some robot type shit. It looks kind of weird. It kind of breaks that immersion a little bit for me personally. The facial animations themselves, I think, are really, really good. Right? I think this game looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is a lot of motion blur though. Like that motion blur is heavy. The one thing about it is the controls. Like the controls, like even going upstairs, if you're exploring, you walk up so slow. I'm like, yo, there's no like sprint button or walk fast button. Only time you really gonna run or walk. Well, I must have missed it.
Not up the stairs though, but you press L1 and you can walk fast. Walk faster.
Okay. I'm gonna try that later on tonight. But in terms of like the build up and the story and what's going on, I like it. I like it a lot. I like the exploration. I like finding the clues and the tarot cards and whatnot. It's definitely got a pretty good creep factor. I'm feeling it so far.
Yo, what was the first tarot card you found?
The Fool.
Was it the Fool? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, maybe I made this decision and I got this card here. Because I felt like a goddamn fool. Because yo, the beginning, the prologue got me screaming at the characters already, and I'm the one doing the goddamn decisions. I'm like, stupid! Why are you doing that? And I'm pressing the decisions, doing it. I was like, yo, this game got me already, man. Kind of like how Until Dawn had me. So. Yeah, man. The game is pretty good so far, man. I'm liking it. I like the setup. You know what I mean? It's classic horror game, like not horror game, but horror movie like tropes where everything seems cool, but everybody's so clueless what's going around them. And let me search this building, like we ain't get jump scare, like the watcher, the viewer, the gamer ain't get this jump scare or this little shock scare, and then the characters are still going into the goddamn building because the game has forced you in there. I like that stuff, man. And this is the type of horror game I would actually play because it's more narrative driven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where Supermassive does a great job when it comes to the choices. Like, I'm not really scared when I play a game like this. You know what I mean? If this was like Outlast, then this would have been a big skip. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm out. But
oh yeah,
no,
having to use a camera to ward off the damn, having to ward off the enemies and all that. Like, yo, I mean, one thing that I don't like about this is the fact that, and I guess it's because it's my first playthrough, so I think that's why. So I'm trying to explore, but when you hit, so when you enter, when you see, this is the thing though, I've only found the one tarot card from the epilogue because I'm like interacting with everything, and certain things you interact with pushes the story along. You can't explore that area. So in chapter 1, that happened to me where like I was in the cabin, I was looking around, and I clicked X on the bags, and it just pushed everything along. I'm like, damn, wait, I didn't explore like none of this. Like, what's going on? The second chapter, I was in the what you call it, in the woods area. I explored the woods and was moving around, and it just kind of pushed me forward because I walked too far. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to find the cards? Like, what the hell?
That's classic Supermassive. That's what they do with their games, man. That's what gives you like, okay, you got to replay it, like do a different choice or option.
Yeah.
When you play the second time or third time or whatnot.
Yeah. Yep. But so you enjoying it so far?
I'm enjoying it. So like it's giving me the Until Dawn vibes. You know what I mean? Because Until Dawn, I love that game, and I played Until Dawn like about 5 or 6 times before I platinumed that game, and this looks like it's going to be the same thing because I did the same thing you did. I saw something shiny. I went to go click it to explore, and it moved the story along. I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to do this chapter again one of these when I beat the game or whatnot. But that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm with it. They're not that long anyway. These games are not that super long.
No, I think this game's like 8 hours, 7 hours maybe. It's not that long. Let me ask you a question, Bari. Because this is more interactive, can somebody watch somebody play this game and be considered a gamer, or considered to have experienced the game as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, don't they have like a movie mode in the game?
Yeah,
I guess the game plays itself. I saw it. I was like, and this game got 2-player like couch co-op and multiplayer co-op.
Yes.
I told my boy Dale, I was like, yo, this would be a great game to play with your girl. You know what I mean? You guys can interchange the controller and make whatever decisions. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But he went and downloaded. He went and got it, and he gonna play it this weekend as well.
Fire. So yeah, man, those are the impressions for Quarry. I think the game is great, guys. Definitely, like I said, if you're into those type of games, especially if you enjoyed Until Dawn or any of those other type of interactive games like that, I say definitely check it out. And even if you're new to it, look at some gameplay, see if there's something you'd be into. And for me, I love it. I love it so far. I'm loving the jump scares and everything. All right.
Yeah, that.
Oh, guys, you was gonna say something?
No, I was like, that prologue with some of the decisions just got you. It got me heated there. I was like, yo, why is this girl being so ditzy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you out here in the woods, it's dark as hell. Let me. I mean, but that's how those 90s, 80s, and 90s horror movies are, though. So I'm like, all right. But even when I watch those movies, I say like, shorty, why would you go that? Why would you do that? Like, what's going on there? Yeah. This is early in the morning too. I'm like, yo, stupid. I was stupid. I'm like, let me fall back. Let me chill.
But yo, before we get into the news, guys, can we give y'all some trophies? Y'all want some trophies? I know y'all want trophies. I know.
Persona be forgetting. Viper be reminding you though. Viper's like, yo, I ain't get my trophies. You know what I'm saying?
Got the trophies. Don't worry. We got y'all on the trophies. All right, guys. So now let's get into the news, man. It's been a lot of great news this week. We're going to talk about a lot. We got a lot of good news and an even better discussion. Right. So first thing we're going to talk about, man, we got to talk about this, Bari, the elephant in the room, the worst kept secret on the day it was supposed to be announced, like literally like an hour or two before the damn show. This got leaked. And I'm like, I feel like this would have put some more fire into the show. But the Last of Us Remake. So Last of Us Remake did get confirmed for a September 2nd release date. So shout out to Neil Druckmann. This kind of closed out the show for Summer Game Fest, and he pretty much confirmed Last of Us Remake is in development, and it's coming out September 2nd. He also confirmed that faction, he pretty much he acknowledged it, man. Factions 2. It's being made. It's deep in development. They gave us a little snippet of a concept art, right? And talked about, we can expect to get some more news next year, right? But he did explain it's very ambitious. It's very big in scale, right? And it's unlike anything they've ever done before. This is getting the Naughty Dog treatment. It's not just some tacked on multiplayer. This is gonna have, it's a standalone game. It's gonna have a story with it, large multiplayer experience and environments, and it's gonna be ambitious and whatnot. And also talked a little bit about the Last of Us HBO TV show, right? Showed a little scene or a little still from the episode that he directed, also confirming that Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie, and Troy Baker, who plays Joel, also have parts in the show. So they actually are in the show as well. Not as Ellie and Joel, as Ellie and Joel, obviously, but they are playing characters in the show. Didn't confirm which characters, but we will be seeing them in the show. So Bari, I want to start. I want to start with the show. Then we'll move on to the remake and then close it out with factions. Cool. All right.
Sure.
So the show, how you feeling? They end the show. Does this get you a little more excited? Like, how you feeling about this one?
I mean, I'm going to be watching the show regardless. My excitement for the show, we're going to see, especially with the first episode, how well it's the delivery for the show is. But I felt like, and this is going to be a main consistent theme when it comes to a lot of these announcements outside of the remake. You should have had some type of snippet or trailer there of the show. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we get the words, we get to sit down. That's all cool and dandy, but you gotta show up, man. You gotta show us something. You know what I mean? This is a build up, type of event to get you excited for something that's coming later on the year. We want to see more than just a screenshot. You know what I mean? We want to see like an actual play a quick little snippet or a scene. You know what I mean? Like real quick. It could be like 30 seconds or a minute that you play a scene or have an actual trailer ready, for things like this. Because you build up these anticipations and you're talking about stuff that you're not ready to show, and don't talk about it. You know what I mean? Where if you're going to talk about it, at least have something there. That's just my opinion when it comes to all this stuff gaming, and that's going to be a common theme throughout. But yeah, I wish they would have had like a little teaser scene there, or just a trailer. In my opinion.
No, I agree. I definitely feel like a little teaser or a snippet of Troy and Ashley doing something in the show would have brought a lot of hype, just because those two are so beloved, especially because of the characters that they played in the games. To see them in the show, and again, it could have been, or they could have even shown a still of them in character or something. I don't know. I just feel like I wish we would have got just a little bit more there, personally speaking. But I guess they're just not ready to show off anything yet.
Then don't speak about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to come off as an ass or mean. I love Neil Druckmann. I love Naughty Dog. I love these people, man. But I'm sick and tired of the last 2 years. All we've been getting is like talks with a lot of things, man. And it's just like, hey, we got this thing working on, and that's it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, man. It's kind of strange and a little bit, and it's just like, what did I always say? Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. Respect the gamers' times, man. But Last of Us Part 1 remake, right? This got confirmed. It's been the talk of Twitter, talk of the town, talk of the community. Everyone. So. Rightfully so, absolutely. So remake is confirmed. And listen, to me personally, this looks amazing. Let me show the
that birthday in there, God.
Yeah, let me.
Listen, hold on. PlayStation blog. If you're listening, PlayStation, whoever's run the blog, you got to work on that, because people, even if you're logged in and you go to like a different article or whatnot or a trailer, it's still gonna ask for your birthday. I'm logged in. Why do I gotta put my birthday in? It's
Yeah,
weird.
I
I'm
don't get
sorry.
that.
Fix that.
Especially when you could just put any old thing in and it pushes through. So it's like, why even have that anyway? You feel me?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. But all right, man. So you know the trailer's playing in the background. Bari, listen, we got the remake. Everyone is in up. Oh, another remake for $70. $70. Oh my god. You know all the. All right, so you know, listen, the remake is confirmed, man. I'm not gonna lie, this remake looks amazing. I'm not gonna cap, right? But Bari, let's talk, man. It's gonna be the Last of Us remake, and it's gonna be the Left Behind DLC all in one. It's remade from the ground up for the PlayStation 5, rebuilt. Let me say the right words: rebuilt from the ground up for the PlayStation 5, and it's going to have the Last of Us 2 controls and mechanics. Not Last of Us 1. We know how much we love Last of Us 1, but the controls compared to Last of Us 2 is like the Stone Ages. You understand? So it's going to have the Last of Us 2 controls. It's going to have 3D audio, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, and it's going to have much more, a little bit more explorable environments as well, right? Like they opened this game up a little bit more, right? Talk to us, Bari, man. Seeing everything that's going into this remake, you know, is that $70 for you personally justifiable? And just let me know how you feeling about this happening and all that, or this being announced.
Yeah, because for me personally, and this is not the first time we spoke about the Last of Us remake. You know, because you remember we was confused, like, why the hell would they be doing another, you know, Last of Us remake, you know what I mean, or remaster or whatnot.
Last year,
first rumor was
last year we talked about it when Jason Schreier had leaked that whole stuff about, you know, remake happening and how Days Gone 2 wasn't happening and all that stuff. Yeah, I remember.
Yep. And you know, we was like trying to make sense of it. It's like, oh, maybe because, you know, the TV show, they're trying to align it, like, oh, new TV show, let's retell the story of The Last of Us and whatnot. But I always was saying, like, yo, if they was to update The Last of Us with Last of Us 2 gameplay, then yeah, I'll be sold on that, because the Last of Us 2, I felt like it's an overall better game just due to the gameplay mechanics that they incorporated in there. But for me personally, of the original Last of Us, I felt like was better. So now that we're getting the Last of Us 2 gameplay with this story, oh hell yeah. And then we got more detail as far as like they changing the combat, they changing the way how exploration is working, they changing a lot of things just so you can fit the Last of Us 2 type gameplay. So because there's a lot of things, yeah, if you're going to incorporate that gameplay, you're going to have to also adjust the AI, you're going to have to adjust environments and things like that. So it's not just like it's going to be like one-to-one type remake when it comes to the story is going to be, but when it comes to actual gameplay and set pieces and stuff like that, it's not going to be one-to-one, because the gameplay got to update along with the environments and stuff like that. And we see that when it comes to the pre-order bonuses, where faster crafting or faster healing or more bullets, and I forgot all the pre-order stuff that was up there.
So the pre-order stuff is so I got it right now. So the pre-order bonuses for the digital deluxe is increased crafting speed kill, increased healing speed kill, 9mm reload speed increase upgrade, rifle clip capacity increase upgrade, explosive arrows gameplay modifier.
That one right there.
Filter.
That one right there. Explosive arrows gameplay modifier, because the original gameplay, the original game doesn't have like explosive arrows and all that. So you can already tell that the gameplay in itself, just having that modifier is going to change. You know, it's probably going to make it easier as well, just doing that in that game. But yeah, it's not. I think they're doing a great job from so far what I've seen from the trailer and all of the descriptions of the game. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a great remake for The Last of Us. Yes, it's close. I don't necessarily think they need it, but it makes sense as far as what they're trying to do when it comes to the TV show and the game. You want to have a streamlined experience for everyone that's coming into the game new from the TV show, where instead of you have the remastered and Last of Us Part 2, which is just completely different visually and gameplay wise. But now going forward, somebody coming into The Last of Us, you're going to have The Last of Us Part 2, The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 gameplay is going to be all streamlined. You know what I mean? So it does make sense of the business wise, but personally, I don't really necessarily think they really need it. But yeah, I love this game. I love this franchise. So yeah, I'm for it. You know what I mean? I know every time when PlayStation comes out with a game, everybody want to talk about worth and you know, they go deep into it. You know what I mean? Like, let me get into your psyche. You know what I mean? Like they're psychologists or something. But I think it's worth it in my personal opinion for me. But yeah, what was disappointing, I know we're going to talk about it later, is that there's no multiplayer along with it. But the fact that we've been seeing PlayStation doing these PlayStation 5 remasters or remake, and they've been not incorporating the multiplayer within these games, because majority of these games are going to PC as well. And it's I don't know what's the thought pattern, but Uncharted, Last of Us, the multiplayer is completely omitted from them with these PS5 upgrades and stuff like that. And last thought for something, then I shut up. I can't be mad at what PlayStation is doing now. I'm not for the whole PC movement, but like I said, before and on this podcast, they're doing exactly what I actually want them to do if they're going to do this whole PC movement thing. You have these PlayStation 4 games or older games, and they're actually updating it and giving it to their fan base first. We are what they call it, early access or beta users. They're giving it to us first and then applying it. What they did with Horizon and God of War, I wasn't a fan of that. You know what I mean? Because here we have a PlayStation 5 and you didn't take any advantage of it. Later on they did an update or whatnot, but you have a PlayStation 5 and then you have these two games going to your PC, and they got all the bells and whistles, but you have this console that is just it can handle 60 frames and that's it. You know what I mean? But now we're seeing that Spider-Man got a remaster, the last Uncharted got a PS5 update, Last of Us getting a PS5 update, and those are dropping before it goes to PC. Which, like I said, if they're gonna do it that way, I'm not as upset or mad at that. I mean, I'm cool with that as long as you're taking care of the PlayStation Nation first. Do whatever you gotta do with the PC things. That's them going the PC route. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm with it. I pre-ordered the digital deluxe edition. Unfortunately, that when Persona messaged me, he was like, "Yo, Bari," like, what the fuck? I was like, "What the hell's going on?" That just the Steelbook sold out.
Yo,
all the people upset.
That's the part I'm gonna attack. That's the part I'm gonna attack.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happens? Where the people upset at, man?
Fake outrage, Bari. That's what it is. Listen, all right, listen. I agree with all your talk. You took 3 of my talking points, so I'm gonna be quick. I agree. We spoke about this last year, right? And we both agreed. I spoke about it on the show, and I actually made tweets about this, saying I would much rather have factions over a Last of Us 1 remake. And I still stand by that to this day. But I also said, but if they're going to put out a remake and it looks good.
I'm only human. I'm only
human, ladies and gentlemen. You feel me? I love Last of Us. I love Last of Us Part 2. I love the Last of Us series, the lore. This was going to be a day one regardless. Because PlayStation knows this community. It knows. Naughty Dog knows the hype, right? Of having something like this be built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. You feel me? With Last of Us 2 mechanics, movement, the dodging, aiming. You kidding me? I'm only human. I'm only human, ladies and gentlemen. So it definitely got bought from. It definitely got bought for your boy. But see, here's the other side of it. People who feel that this is something that they don't want to buy or whatever. That's great. That's your prerogative, right? That's definitely something that I think everyone is free to feel the way they want to feel. But and this is something I was talking about earlier in the week. When it comes to social media and how people feel in the real world, are 2 totally different things. Being in a Twitter space or being on social media making tweets about how bad or how wrong this is or whatever, you might get a couple hundred, even a couple thousand people who agree with you. But in the grand scheme of things, the the numbers don't lie, the people don't lie, and in the real world, that's where business is taking place in the real world. And as we can see from the Firefly edition being sold out, $100 Steelbook edition sold out quick. Listen, I was actually surprised because I looked and I'm like, wait a second, what? The Steelbook edition is sold out already? Because when I looked at Wario's tweet, he posted it like an hour ago, and I'm like, all right, let me click the link because I kind of had stopped checking, and I'm like, yo, this shit is sold out. Are you serious? That lets you know the hype and excitement behind that Last of Us series, and more importantly, the Last of Us game. Here's the other side of it too.
You know also that it's a lot of people that bought it because it didn't say limited edition, Firefly edition. You know, it's not limited.
No, yeah, it's not.
I mean, people just buying it out the wazoo.
It's not. But on top of that, the other side of this is, you got a lot of people in this community who haven't played The Last of Us complaining. More importantly, don't play the multiplayer or have never played the multiplayer complaining. Listen, that's why going back to the question of are you verifiable, man? Right? Because this whole speak for the people, gaming politician route, a lot of people trying to take. Listen, man, cut it out. Cut it out, man. Because people gonna buy what they want to buy. Right? You can't sit here and tell me you're excited for Resident Evil 4 remake that's been re-released like 4 times already since its inception in 2005. Right? You know, if you've bought a remake in the last 3 years, kindly take a seat. Kindly take a seat.
Hey, yo, I saw somebody post. I think it was Porter Rock. He posted that a lot of people were super excited for Resident Evil 4 remake. You know, Resident Evil they remastered that game on PS4, you know, PS3.
They remastered it 3 years ago too, Bari. Like 3 or 4 years ago. And now it's a remake.
People were sharing their excitement. It's like, yes, I can't wait to play this again. And you know that game's gonna be $70, right? And then as soon as The Last of Us get announced, like, how dare them?
Yeah,
$70. Too much. It should be like 50 or 40, which I ain't gonna complain. If it were 40 or $50, I ain't gonna complain about that.
I ain't gonna complain either. But this is the thing, man. When it comes to these remakes, you gotta look at what's going into it. Being rebuilt from the ground up, Last of Us 2 mechanics, more explorable environments, included with and remade the Last Left Behind DLC. For me personally, I'm looking at it like, yo, that's worth it to me personally. But
so you think people will be upset if RE4 remake is $70?
No, I don't think so, and I think it will be $70.
Didn't they do like Skyrim again?
For the fourth time? $60? Like the 4th time, bro? How many times has Skyrim been released or re-released or whatever? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Right? And this is not. I'm not treating this as an eye for an eye situation. I'm trying to point out the blatant hypocrisy when it comes to one platform doing something versus the other.
It is an eye for eye. That's how you got to treat it because, yo, my man Sergeant asked a good question. What about Dead Space remake? How much you think that's gonna be?
70. Hands down, that's gonna be $70. It's it's EA. 2, it's a remake being made from the ground up for next gen consoles and PC. That's gonna be $70. Didn't they just rebuy Mass Effect Trilogy? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, there's too many examples of people who are trying to stand firm on this Last of Us remake stuff that have bought other remakes and remasters at full price. You get what I mean? And the fact that, you know, this game is, again, they taking the time to build this up, you know, and make it presentable and all that stuff, man. And again, when we look at the comparisons of both, I mean, it looks night and day where I'm like, hey,
that's the smart thing that they did. They show, like, look at the one that Joel, you see the one that on a blog where you see the 2 different Joels. They were smart of doing that because they know people's going to ask the questions like, damn, Last of Us again, which we know this information was coming for like a year or a year and a half now. So I'm surprised that people are actually acting surprised when it comes to this. But yeah, the difference is a stark difference between the remaster and the remake.
Yeah,
you can clearly tell that they're making the graphics more aligned with the part 2, but it's just more detail in part 2 as far as like the look and everything.
Yeah, it's built from the ground up for the PS5. So seeing that, I'm like, yo, I get it. You can get my bread, man. With that, I get it. but I stand by. If you've bought a remake or remaster in the last 3 years, you got no room to talk.
Yeah, and this just shows you as well how good Naughty Dog is, because the remaster still holds up graphically. You know what I mean? It still looks amazing. I'm not saying that the remaster looks ugly or nothing like that. I'm just saying that you can clearly tell that they've been reworking or they reanimated a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? But look at Ellie. Look at Ellie alone. That junk look crazy, bruh.
Yeah, it's much more details. The bag, her face, the dirt marks and blood smears and all that.
Yeah, they added a flashlight on the bag now.
Yep. Hey man, for me personally, I'm with it. So I stand firm. Like, yo, if this wasn't coming, I wouldn't lose no sleep. But the fact that it is, all right, you get my bread. Yo, straight up.
Yo, if people want to complain about the price and they say, oh, $50 is more, it should be like $50 or whatnot, and PlayStation change it, hey, I'm all for it. At the end of the day,
I'm all for that as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm supporting what Naughty Dog is doing. You know what I mean? I just hate these gaming curmudgeons that's upset about everything and they want to ruin your hype or your excitement. Like,
do you think it's hypocritical though, Bari? Like like with them charging $70, right? And looking at what's going into the game. Like, and truthfully, answer this. I know you'll answer it truthfully, but I'm just saying that so the audience hears me say that. Truthfully, is $70 too much objectively? Now take Naughty Dog being such great developers, take Last of Us series out the equation, out of it being like, your thoughts of it. Is $70 for this remake? Looking at if you saw this trailer, if you saw like the graphical comparisons, if you look at what's being put into it, and you're new to the series, right? Objectively speaking, Bari, is that $70 too high?
I objectively, I can understand people's arguments when it comes to, $70 is too high, because you are actually taking out a component that was originally in the game. So there's no multiplayer component in the game. I feel that PlayStation should do the smart thing like they did with Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm pretty sure they're probably going to do, where if you already own The Last of Us Part 1 remake, you're going to get that Factions multiplayer for free. You know what I mean? Yes, you can probably buy it, as a standalone as well, or however they're going to do it. Yeah. But you owning the game, you should get the multiplayer for free. If they were to do that, then yeah, I could say the price is really, really justified. Yeah. But objectively speaking, $70 and you're remaking the game, but you're missing the multiplayer. Objectively, I would say it's overpriced. Subjectively, I'm with it, because I think that I think they're doing a great job showcasing the differences and whatnot, and the gameplay changes is going to be, that's huge. People are making it seem like changing the gameplay is just an easy thing to do when it comes to a game that's already there like that.
Yeah.
But if they wise up, or if they do the whole Ghost of Tsushima tactic, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You can't really say nothing objectively if they do that.
Yeah, I agree. Very well put. So now let's get to the multiplayer, because that's what everyone is salivating over. You feel me? Everybody wants that multiplayer of Factions. I mean, since Last of Us Part 2 dropped, I'm like, yo, Factions 2 when? Factions 2 when? For 2 years. I've been fiending for that Factions 2. And so, like I said, Neil gave us a small little snippet, or a small little tidbit, I should say, of information confirming that we will get more concrete and more detailed information in 2023. But he has said that this is in full production. It's very ambitious. It's an original Factions multiplayer. It's not something that's just tacked on. And just to read a quick little excerpt, he says, however, we can finally announce that we're creating something much larger than a mode. We're thrilled to share a piece of concept art from our upcoming multiplayer experience, which is an extremely ambitious undertaking. We're growing our studio significantly to ensure we build this full-scale, standalone game with its massive scope and immense world in a way that fans have come to expect from The Last of Us and Naughty Dog. We aim to make our newest entry into multiplayer inviting to new players while still a thrilling challenge for more of our seasoned fans, and there'll be more news next year. During the interview that he did with Jeff Keighley on Summer Game Fest, he said that it's going to have single player story elements as well as multiplayer and things like that, and it's got a new cast of characters. It's in a new environment, right? It's not the same area, so they're really going all out with this. Two questions for you, Bari. What's your thoughts on having to wait till 2023 for some more factions news? That's one. Two, what does factions need for you personally? Go.
First and foremost, like I said, the theme. Yeah, they brought a concept art here, which I think they should have had that since last year. You know what I mean? They should have had that for the Last of Us Day or something with that concept art. But today or this week during the Summer Game Fest, bringing that, I feel like you need a little bit more, man. You need a trailer. You should have had a trailer ready to go, and then give the information dump as well. That's just my personal opinion. This is 2 years in development, or probably even longer, where they know people want the faction news. They gave the news, which I appreciate, but we kind of want to see how it's looking and how it's playing. The concept art is cool, but I feel like that's more of a last year thing, not this year. You know what I mean? Then you gave us a whole bunch of information and tell us that we got to wait till next year to get more. I feel like if you're gonna have this announcement ready for the Last of Us Remake, you should have had a trailer as well for factions. But overall, I'm super excited about the information that we got. That it's more ambitious. It's a much larger scale game, massive scope. Factions. I'm not as hardcore playing factions. I did have my time with factions playing it, but I did enjoy the time that I had playing factions because it was truly unique. You know what I mean? The modes were great. It's not just a TDM mode. The interrogation mode I felt like was one of the best multiplayer modes in a long time. And you can just tell that this type of gameplay and this type of world, you can always expand upon it. And it looks like that's what they're doing. So that's always exciting to hear. But yeah, I just felt like you should have had something ready and then tell people, oh, more information coming in 2023. They could have mocked up a quick little trailer or something, just going over the world. It ain't even gotta be like a full gameplay trailer. You could have just went over the world, like, okay, how big this is gonna be. Give us an overview of like a map or something. You know what I mean? Better than which they kind of did here with the concept art, but we want to see that in video form. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited to see it, man. I'm excited to see the factions. We do have to wait a little bit longer. So now this game is going to come out on September, and there's going to be more questions about factions. You know what I mean? But if you just gave the information properly, done or executed here at Summer Game Fest, that would have quenched a lot of the questions. You know what I mean? That's all I really want from PlayStation and developers. It's just like, when you're going to drop this information, just execute it properly. They know that just execute it properly, man. And what's your second question? My bad, yo.
No, you good. I think you might have answered it, but like, what is it that you want to see from factions too? But I think you might have answered that already.
Oh yeah, I want to see interrogation come back. You imagine interrogation that's a large scale, in a bigger scale, like a map like this. And it's probably like 12v12 or something like that. Joint would be lit.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You know what I mean?
That'd be dope.
You gotta choke the people out to get information. Like, all right, information done. All right, here's a lockbox. Yo, that would be fire, bruh.
I agree. That'd be dope. Yeah, I for me, I love factions. I love Naughty Dog multiplayer in general. I played a lot of Uncharted 2 multiplayer, 3, 4. I still go back to 4 from time to time. Last of Us as well. Listen, I'm very impatient. I don't know. I just feel like 2 years of this, where's factions, and then to kind of get on stage and be like, wait till 2023. Here's some concept art. Come on, Neil. You're not going to Starfield me, brother. I can't. I mean, I'm hyped for what's to come. Pause. Absolutely. I really, really wish we would have got just a small, like, it don't even got to be a minute long, man. It could have been just 30 seconds of just like somebody running up with the gun and getting shot and just being able to see what it looks like. Or, anything,
like a
bro.
animation or something.
Yeah, it could have been anything, bro. Anything. and I swear that would have held me over just a little bit. So that's just my whole thing. But the concept art, it looks cool. Listen, I'm not about to overanalyze this fucking concept art like people do with Starfield and these other games. I'm not doing that, man. I'm excited to see more actual tangible information. But in terms of what I want to see from factions, man, I want to see what the storyline is looking like. Really, I hope they really do flesh that out. If this is really ambitious as they say it is, which I believe so, because it's Naughty Dog, I think we're gonna really get like a deep, rich story. Like this might be on some like Last of Us Part 2.5 type shit, So, I definitely want to see that in that multiplayer, man. Especially we're gonna be having the Last of Us 2 controls. I'm excited for that. But in terms of the multiplayer, interrogation was definitely my favorite mode. I want to see the maps, man. I want to make sure, like, especially since this is being built for the PlayStation 5, probably PS4 as well, because I feel like they will keep PS4 intact. I just hope we can explore it, like, hide out in a lot of the buildings, and it's gonna be a lot of hiding in buildings and sniper pits and all that stuff. I'm just excited. I just want to get into the world, man. I really want to get my feet into the world. And this was a concept that I was talking about on Mooch's podcast a couple weeks back, where I was saying that, I think if they were to do some type of battle royale mode where, you can use the clickers and whatnot as at your advantage to kind of chase out other enemies. Like, so in the battle royale mode, it has to be stealth. It has to be quiet. If you loud, you risk running, alerting the clickers, and you also have to kind of maneuver around the clickers and kind of like how you would in a single player game and try to kill out the enemies. I feel like that'd be a dope mode. So we'll see what happens, man. I just want more information, 100%.
Yeah, be ambitious with it, but don't be overly ambitious, and don't forget the classic modes as well. Sometimes people be like, oh, we're up in the scale of the game, but then these modes are just like, okay, it's cool at one moment, but they dry out. Sometimes people just want those quick and efficient modes like TDM and interrogation or something like that. So don't forget those stuff as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't just be ambitious and we have battle royale all goddamn day. And then,
I definitely want the more intimate modes like the 6v6 or 8v8 or whatever. Because that's where I'm gonna live anyways, in those type of modes. So I hope they do right by that, which I think they will. They know what the people want. And then the last thing on Last of Us, and then we'll move on real quick. So Neil Druckmann also confirmed that Last of Us Part 2 has sold 10 million copies. So if you couple that with the 20 million sold for Last of Us 1, the series is now sold a comfortably 30 million copies. Bari, real quick, your thoughts?
That's great. Last of Us Part 2 came out in 2020. 10 million copies sold. It's a little bit lower than the original game, but it's still like a milestone. Hitting 10 million is nothing easy.
Well, this is actually a better milestone because it only took 2 years to get to this 10 million, as opposed to Last of Us Part 1 that took 8.
I mean, what Last of Us Part 1 only had a year, because the next year, no, it had 2 years, because Last of Us Remastered came out 2014, I want to say, on PS4. Last of Us came out at the end of PS3, like 2013 or something like that. But regardless of what it is, 10 million is nothing easy. A lot of games don't hit 10 million. A lot of games on multiple platforms don't hit 10 million. So yeah, Last of Us Part 2 was definitely a very controversial game. When it got leaked out, people was, oh, I'm not buying this bullshit. Everybody was doing their own little things, and the fact of the matter, it still sold 10 million.
Yeah.
Congrats to Naughty Dogs in that.
Yeah, congrats to the Naughty Dog and the team on that, man. Shout out to y'all. All right, moving on. Yo, listen, Bari, God of War. You feel me? Listen, everyone was saying that God of War is releasing in 2023. There was rumors of, oh yeah, God of War's been delayed to 2023. With nothing to substantiate that, right? But an article released yesterday where shout out to Jason Schreier. So Jason Schreier pretty much broke this article and pretty much says that God of War's PlayStation's God of War's date has been pushed to a November release time, and so and this is according to, this is still a rumor, nothing's confirmed, but this is according to 3 people close to the project, right? So obviously still
Jesus.
take this, I know, take this with a grain of salt, guys. But according to what Jason Schreier is saying, it is going to release in November of 2022, and we should be getting an announcement at the end of this month. Bari, what you think?
Yo, man, shout out to Jason Schreier, man. Every time I see a report from Jason Schreier and it comes to like these games and stuff like that, I think about Jason Schreier as Agent 47 from Hitman. Or he's doing like one of those operations from like Ocean 11 or something. You know what I mean? He's disguising himself. He's dressing up as an employee, or he's putting on the makeup to... I don't know how this man be getting this information. But sheesh! This was big news, man, because once again, like you said, Persona, a lot of people saying that God of War possibly getting delayed to 2023 just due to the fact that PlayStation was so quiet about it, you know, after State of Play. You know those articles going to hit. But him coming out and debunking all of that information is like I said, man, my man is Agent 47 in the gaming industry. He gets into these buildings, he gets into these development studios. I don't know how he's doing it. I ain't trying to expose him, but yo, my man had a whole report from 3 people who's saying, so Jason Schreier always had a good track record when it comes to the things that he's reporting. This is not facts right here though. But I'm pretty sure probably next week, or you know, in 2 weeks we probably get a release date, Persona. Yeah, you know what I mean. So this was great to hear, and also it goes in line with what the Sony Santa Monica Twitter page is saying, what they're saying on the PlayStation store, that the game is still slated for 2022. But there are games that has said that as well. But goddamn, got announced delays to 2023, but I believe in my man Jason Schreier. We're gonna see what's going on, because he's been pretty much on point with all his reports as of late. So it is what it is.
Yeah, you know, I want this to be true, just because, you know, God of War Ragnarok is one of my most
You petty, man. You petty. That's why you want to be true. You got more excited, Persona. Let's be honest here, okay? Persona, let's be honest, okay? You got more excited when you saw that November, plan for November. That's what got you upbeat.
I mean, absolutely, because the petty in PlayStation knows no bounds. But you know, I want this to be true because I want to play this game this year. I'm really excited for this. I do not want this to slip into 2023. I don't think it will slip into 2023 because there's nothing that indicates that. And yeah, I agree. Schreier's record has been, you know, a little spotty in certain areas, but he's definitely a much more credible than, you know, some of these other folks that be out here just putting out any old thing. Oh yeah, you know, a State of Play is gonna happen this week. It don't happen this week. I mean next week. Don't happen next week. I mean next month. I'm hearing next month.
That
like,
Robert scenario.
Yo, listen, bro.
Yo, he don't quit, man.
Yo, man.
Sometimes you just gotta study yourself, people, man. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Just take it on the chin. Let's keep it pushing.
Yo, facts, man. It's crazy. So
yo, this dude will be wrong and be like, yo, next week, guys.
Next week, guys. I'm hearing next week. And like people still, like I blocked him because I guess he made a new account and I started seeing his tweets again. And I'm like, yo, why the hell am I seeing his tweets again? I seen one tweet like yesterday or the day before. I blocked his ass. I said, no, you're not about to come on my timeline again with your bullshit. You don't know nothing,
BG
man.
That exposed it. Like, yo, enough, brother. Like,
nah,
enough.
no,
Relax,
this is
man.
what happened. Yo, Jeff Keeley. Shout out to Keeley. I know Keeley listening in the chat too. Keeley,
yeah,
we gonna talk.
Keeley,
Keeley, we gonna talk. Listen, yo, Keeley, because Robert Serrano was saying, oh yeah, God of War's gonna be there. This game's gonna be there. All this other shit, and none of that stuff was there. And Keeley gonna comment and say, better luck next time. Better luck on the next one. I say, yo, if this don't kill his credibility, nothing will. These people just hang on to everything this dude say. I blocked his ass, bro. When I seen that, I said, good for Keeley. Definitely put his ass in his place. I blocked his ass, man. I'm like, listen, man, I don't want to see you on my timeline. I'm sick of you fake PlayStation insiders that don't know shit, that just be saying anything, trying to get traction, likes, and retweets. Nah, you're not getting it from me, bro. You're not getting it from me. So nah. But God of War, I'm excited. I believe we will get. We have to, bro. Like at this point, you got to put that God of War State of Play out, man. But I think they waiting for, the competition to be done with what they do so they could just drop that. They could drop that Megaton on them. You feel me? Like, oh, that was a cool little showcase y'all did. All right, God of War State of Play next week coming. Like,
what if God of War got delayed to 2023? That's probably going to be the greatest year of gaming if those games.
I don't even. No. See, Bari, we're not going to do that. I'm not even going to think that type of negative thoughts, and I'm not putting that into the air because I'm not. God of War is not going to be delayed to 2023. If I start thinking like that, we speak it into existence. Nope. Nope. God of War will be released in 2022 in November. And we all gonna play it during Thanksgiving, Christmas time, and that's gonna be it.
But no, I'm all for November release date. I feel November is open. You know what I mean? After we get through the slew of games in October, we play God of War in November. Yo, real talk, and this is not me being petty or nothing like that. 11/11 is actually looking like a really good date to release. You know what I mean? That's 2 weeks after COD or something like that, right?
Yes,
and after Gotham Knights and all that.
That gives me time to play everything.
Yeah, like you're gonna get enough time to play everything. You know what I mean? Yep. And when God of War hit, there's no WUPS, but we're gonna be in there.
Yo, hey, guys, Bari said it. Bari said it. Bari said it, guys. So whenever God of War gets released in November, and that Friday, and there's no WUPS that Saturday, Bari said it. I never said it. Bari said it. Although I agree with him, Bari said it.
Listen. I'm gonna warn y'all. Right now, we what in June? Like late November, December, we might be taking a whole goddamn break like last year.
Well, I will say this: there's two games that there won't be a WUPS on Saturday: Forspoken and God of War. I can say that with certainty.
That COD first weekend too. I don't know, man.
We'll see. Yeah, COD released it on a Friday. We'll see, because I'm definitely gonna want to like.
Nah, we'll do WUPS that weekend. We do WUPS that weekend. Just to get like impressions out.
Yeah.
But it's not uncommon though, because last year, like I said, we took a break. We took a break on Christmas time in December.
Two, because we took off. We took off Christmas and New Year's, which we'll do that this year as well anyway. And I think we're gonna take off Thanksgiving. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so to be with the family and whatnot. So those are the three that time frame. But again, Forspoken and most likely God of War. We might not do a show. I'm gonna be honest. But okay, all right, yeah. So God of War coming out in November. I'm speaking it into existence. We're gonna get that state of play towards the end of this month. And realistically speaking, there's about 2.5 weeks left of this month anyway, which is crazy. Like time really is flying. So we'll be here before that state of play will be here before you know it.
You just said it's gonna be a God of War this month. State of play.
Yeah, I'm speaking it into existence.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it ain't far fetched, man. Especially after my man Jason Schreier came out with this.
Yeah, I'll put some stock into it. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right, so moving on, man. Shout out to Ben Studio, man, making Days Gone, man. I love that game. If y'all played that, I'll definitely check that out. So Ben Studio unveiled their new logo, which I think looks pretty dope, right? And they also went through these are like some of the other ones. I ain't gonna lie, man. The logo looks dope. I really like that new logo. And they kind of went through the history of Ben Studio with a lot of their games, right? They made a lot of dope games, Siphon Filter, Days Gone, Uncharted Abyss, Resistance Retribution. Wait, Ben made Resistance Retribution? Really? Why I thought that was, I don't know why I thought that was Insomniac for some reason. But Ben has made a lot of great games throughout their time, man. I think Ben is a really great studio. With some really great talent. But the big part of this is, what they talking about the future and beyond, guys, because that's what we want to know about. So, let's read a little excerpt, Bari. So, Ben Studio, they unveiled their new logo, and they said the new Ben Studio logo was just the beginning of Ben Studio's future. As part of the PlayStation Studios family, we promise to continue bringing you quality experiences that aim to leave an everlasting impact on you. Today, we are excited to share just a snippet of news of our current project. We are currently working on a new IP that includes multiplayer and builds upon the open world systems of Days Gone, but brings you a whole new world that we are extremely excited to craft for you. We cannot wait to reveal it to you when the time is right. Bari. Speculation
I like
time.
that.
Let's put on our tinfoil hats and speculate.
I like that.
What do you think it is? First off, the world of Days Gone I thought was done really well. You know, the slogan for Days Gone was "The world comes for you," something along those lines. Where like, you know, everything was trying to attack you, and there's all this crazy shit. How do you think they're gonna when you hear incorporate the world of Days Gone, open world systems of Days Gone into their new game? What type of game do you think that's gonna be?
I'm not too sure because they've shown a whole bunch of like diverse games that they made. Most likely it's going to be a third person, you know, type shooter game. They also showcased that they did make a, you know, like a first person shooter. So I'm not sure what type of game it's going to be. I would love for them to have like a game like that in like a fantasy type setting. Because Days Gone open world was amazing. You know what I mean? You're not just worrying about like the freakers or whatnot. You worrying about everything in that world where people was snaring trap. They had traps ready for you. You know, you're exploring and, you know, somebody sniping you out just randomly. They got rope where they're pulling you off your bike and all that stuff. So yeah, the open world and Days Gone, I'm happy to hear that stuff with whatever current project that they're working on. They also said it's going to include multiplayer. So I doubt it's going to be a fantasy game. Probably going to be like, you know, a modern type game. But I'm not sure. I can't honestly answer that. I'm just happy to hear that they're not forgetting that open world system Days Gone. And as far as their logo, I don't know what the logo means, man. The logo looked dope, but I'm confused by it. You know what I mean? But it looks cool.
Yeah, I like this quick little slide of all their games and whatnot with the logo. I think that looks pretty dope as well. For me personally, I can see their next game being an RPG, like a 4-player RPG type of game, kind of like a mini MMO type of thing, if it's got the multiplayer elements. And you're going through kind of like Avengers. I know Avengers is like the worst game to use because people hate that game so much, but I mean in terms of you being able to play with your friends and go on missions and stuff like that and do stuff in that world. And I think if they have those, if they're going to incorporate multiplayer into their next open world game, and it's supposed to have those open world systems of Days Gone, I could see it being more of like a survival type of thing where you have to survive with your friends in the world and do missions, scrap stuff together, like, you know, materials and stuff like that, craft your weapons and stuff like that, and, you know, fight enemies and take over territories and stuff like that. I could see that being something that they do that you could also play with your friends, which I think would be cool. But I wouldn't mind seeing them going the fantasy route as well, where it's more magic and, you know, like spells and incantations and shit like that. Like I would love to see Ben tackle something like that too, and still have those Days Gone open world tropes, systems, and it's kind of like, you know, the world comes for you type of stuff. I would like that as well. So
also this would have been a perfect time.
I agree.
To showcase.
I agree.
Concept art here.
Yeah, real talk. This would have been a great, and it's funny you mentioned that because with factions, this would have been a great time to give us a snippet of some gameplay because we've known about this for 2 years. But for Ben, this would have been the perfect time. This is concept art time where you can give us something that we can like analyze and get hyped for and kind of get an idea of what. I agree 100% with that. I agree 100%. I don't know.
This is where you put that picture and you know, concept art there. That's what, so we can get an idea of what you're seeing as well.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the logo looks cool. I don't understand it. Maybe I don't understand the actual, you know, logo, but it looks cool.
Yes,
it
sir.
Looks cool, so
I'm with it. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. So shout out to Ben's studio, man, and shout out to the team. Can't wait to see what y'all working on. And you know, y'all know the WUPS boys, the WUPS crew. We can't wait. We're gonna talk about it. All right, Bari, let's talk about one of the best shows, cartoons, games to ever release, in my opinion, at least in terms of Turtles in Time. So Turtles in Time, man. Listen, this comes out next week, Thursday, June 16th is a Thursday, and it surprised me a little bit, man, because you know how much I've been fiending for this game, Bari. This game just looks so great. And you know, we definitely gonna put some time into this. And they also confirmed a new, and I'm guessing this is gonna be the last character, Casey Jones. Casey Jones is going to be a playable character in the game. So that means we've got Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, April, not Shredder, Splinter, Master Splinter, and Casey Jones. So that's a star-studded cast of people. You get what I'm saying? Also, they confirmed that this game will have not 4 players, Bari, 6-player online co-op. So you can play with 6 players. So essentially the whole damn cast. Bari, talk to us. How you feeling? How excited are you? Casey Jones is in the game. We've seen some more gameplay. We see it playing in the background. You playing as Casey Jones. What's your thoughts, man? Talk to us.
Yeah, I'm all for this, man. You know, we've been waiting for this game for what, 2 years now?
Yeah, it feels like
it's finally coming out next week. Super excited for it. It's gonna cost like $25, and I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm surprised that they didn't have the pre-order up yet for the PlayStation Store. But yeah, the 6-player co-op thing caught me off guard because I was like, oh, maybe they're probably gonna have like a versus mode or something in there, like they did with like with Streets of Rage 4. But nope, they added six players. Casey Jones announced as well, and I just this is like my favorite era of like Turtles. You know, the late '80s, early '90s show, and yeah, they got that vibe. You know, what I mean, of the original cartoon show. So you know, a lot of people is gonna be getting back into Turtles just off of the nostalgic factor because yeah, that's probably their favorite era as well, mainly for the older crew. But outside of that, the gameplay looks really good as well. You know what I mean? The gameplay looks sound. It looks pretty fun. The I keep saying 6v6. The 6-player co-op. It looks congested, but it feels like everybody is free to move around. They said that they built the game so it can incorporate the whole 6-player co-op. So that's cool as well. And yeah, I'm excited for this next week, man. I'm gonna be in this. I'm gonna be heavy into this. Just playing this game. Like I said, we could probably do like a community night playing this game. And just have some fun with it, man. So,
yeah, I agree. I agree, man.
Casey Jones look kind of broken too. He look kind of busted.
Well, he's got a permanent weapon, like he's using his hockey stick. So I'm just like, yo, like, and he's got like bats and stuff in his. Crazy. Yeah, he looks like he's definitely gonna be a really him. I feel like him and Splinter, I think, are gonna be like really broken because Splinter's got like full screen supers and combos and shit. It's kind of crazy. But, my favorite game being Turtles in Time. I love that game so much. I feel like this game definitely captures that essence. I'm kind of surprised that this is releasing before the Cowabunga collection. I feel like they would have released that first and then this. But, that doesn't even have a date either. So, I'm not going to complain, though, because this game is definitely getting played. It's getting bought. We definitely going to do a community game night next week. So, definitely be on the lookout for the tweets and posts with that. We could definitely stream that and have some fun. So yeah, for this game, I really can't wait for this. And this is a day one, like .mu PlayStation. Go on and put the pre-orders up so your boy can snatch this up.
Yeah, put that up.
Put the pre-orders.
Yeah, the gameplay
up,
looks great, man.
Yeah, it does.
Gameplay is great.
I can't wait for this. I cannot wait, man.
Imagine if PlayStation had like themes. Like this is one of the theme I would get. Like the box art for the game. Where it have everybody on the screen, the bad guys, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Like that. Yeah. That would be a theme I would definitely put up. Yeah. For my Hey, maybe it is going because it's a PlayStation 4 game, so maybe they will have a theme.
This game gonna look beautiful on the OLED too, boy. Woo! I can't wait. All right, man. Let's get into some Street Fighter news, Bari. There was some pretty good there was some pretty good announcements. Honestly, it's been a lot of Street Fighter news, but I'm just gonna focus on what we saw at the Summer Game Fest, right? Which we got the confirmation of Guile. So Guile obviously is in the game. They showed off his combat and whatnot. Take lead here, Bari. Talk to us. How you feeling about Guile? He's got a lot of his moves. He's got the Sonic Boom, he's got the Flash Kick, which uses one stock or one bar, in terms of meter. Then he's also got his Solid Punch. He's got his Sonic Hurricane. And he's got his crossfire somersault, and they show some gameplay here with him. But talk to us, Bari. How you feeling? How's he looking to you?
Yeah, I'm excited for this, man. I mean, I'm not a Guile player, but I'm liking the new implementation of Guile because he's no longer a 2 special move character. So you're gonna be doing more than just a Sonic Boom and Flash Kick. They incorporating his V trigger, not V trigger, his V skill 1 into a special move now. I don't know what's going to be the motions when it comes to that. They don't have the move list up yet. And he wasn't in the latest demo that people are playing, Summer Game Fest. But that Sonic Blade move that he does in Street Fighter V, that is actual move now. Where I like the fact that they're taking some of the stuff that they implemented in Street Fighter V and they're making them into special moves or supers in this game. So yeah, that move right there is actual special. So Guy have 3 special moves now, and his level 2 super, the solid puncher, that's his V trigger 1. That is now a super in the game, which is cool. His level 3, it reminded me of the ones like in the Versus series, where he does the two flash kicks. I gotta go back and go, look at a reference of it, man, because it did look familiar. But what makes the level 3 so gangster with that's New York word, that's old school New York word, my bad. What makes the level 3 look so good in Street Fighter 6 is that he hits you with a flash kick persona. He sends you up. He does a sonic boom or like a sonic hurricane thing, sends that at you, comes at you, hits you with another flash kick, steps on your chest, then hits you with the other leg and said another one. Boom! I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
that's kind of crazy for like a critical art. That's kind of old. Although from what I've seen with the other critical arts, they all have been pretty meaty, pretty devastating. I'm just like, damn, like this just looks so hurt. Like it looked like the supers actually hurt. But I do agree, he looks really dope, man. Like I have the only Gal that I've ever really enjoyed playing is in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, so I don't really have a lot of experience.
The Versus joints.
Yeah, so I don't really have a lot of experience with like Street Fighter versions, Street Fighter Guiles. I do know his moves and everything, but from what I've seen here and what I've seen in Street Fighter 5, he definitely looks a lot more agile and looks to have a lot more tools that don't require meter, which looks dope to me. Like I think that's gonna be pretty deadly in the right hands.
What we're learning here, when it comes to the whole like level 3 critical arts or super arts, what they call it, they change depending on your health. So if you have 3 stocks, you can do a level 3. Let's say you have like 60%. The animation and the actual move is going to be different rather than when you have it like 25% of your health is gone and you're just down to 25. You're down to 25% health. That's when you get the crazy animation. Because I noticed that with Jamie. You remember in the first trailer, Jamie, he did the whole neck, pull your neck out kind of thing. Yeah. That's when he was like at low health. His regular level 3 is a much different animation. So that's kind of cool. And also the fact that I'm seeing that you can combo off like low sweeps and stuff like that. That's kind of different when it comes to Street Fighter as well. Because he sweeps Ryu, and then he does like another I guess is a fierce kick, and then into Sonic Boom. And we also saw the actual drive rush mechanic where you can cancel a normal and go into like another normal in this trailer. So the trailer was dope. I'm surprised that they actually showed Guile before that they showed Kimberly or whatnot, because Kimberly was kind of teased in the first trailer. But at the end of the day, the stage look amazing.
We might see Kimberly
I like his new look. Looks dope.
We might see Kimberly on Monday at the Capcom showcase.
You might, or they might show the original 8, and that's what they're looking like they're doing here. No, well, because they already showed Jamie and Luke, so Luke, you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. This looks dope. This looks great. It's a day one. Just put the pre-orders up for me personally. And I think this compared to the launch of Street Fighter 5. They're putting a lot of thought into this, like out the gate.
It's a beautiful game.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Very colorful. So yeah, shout out to Guile. And shout out to Street Fighter 6, man. There's been a lot. I mean, we could honestly spend the rest of the show talking about Street Fighter 6 just because of all the
information.
A lot of info. Like a lot of information. Like a lot of gameplay. Maximilian. Like we could spend the rest of the show. But I know so much other news. So but trust what I tell you. The closer we get to launch, the more we're gonna talk about this 100%. But moving on to Modern Warfare 2. Bari, you're only human, aren't you?
I'm only human.
You already pre-ordered that, right? You already pre-ordered that, right, Bari?
Absolutely.
I'm only human.
Listen, I pre-ordered that as well. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 releases October 28th. And, they released the campaign gameplay this week. We're not going to get no multiplayer gameplay, probably not until August, most likely, or June. They might do like an event in July, who knows. But Bari, from what you saw with the single-player campaign, how you feeling about that?
Well, like I said, the single player has always been great for me when it comes to Call of Duty. Like, there's a lot of them I haven't played, but the ones that I did play, the junks was always really good. Modern Warfare 2019, I played that single player. That was a really, really good single player. It was really, my favorite was an excellent single player, where they definitely had that realistic, point of view. That one mission where you go into the house and you had the night vision goggles on. That jump was epic as hell. So it looked like they're going for the same thing when it comes to the single player stuff here. When it comes to Modern Warfare 2, but I didn't pre-order it for the single player. I pre-ordered for the multiplayer because all the things that Charlie Intel, they was talking to the developers, and they was getting information about how they understand what people's issues when it came to the last game, and they trying to diminish a lot of that stuff. So they overhauled the whole game, where they're trying to make it seem like this is a new game. It's not a clone of Modern Warfare 2019. They overhauled the movement system, everything they overhauled, from what I was reading on Charlie Intel. Also, they said that they're catering to all play styles. That's typically what they always say.
I don't like that.
Bullshit.
I don't like hearing that, because I'm like, what does that mean? I like the run and gun and strafe shoot. Are you catering to that? But then you also catering to a camper.
They actually said that. They saying that they're catering to the run and gun, the runner, the camper, which is they call it sentinel, and then there's the I forgot the other one they call it. Oh, stalker play style, and they're gonna have loadouts that cater to all play styles, which that's been the issue for the last Call of Duties. You know what I mean? They're not catering to all the play styles. They're catering to majority, just one. If you're good, you're gonna get to do what you do because you're good. You've been playing COD for years. But at the end of the day, in the latest Call of Duties, you can always do good if you play that camper perimeter type play style. If you run and gun, that your skill has to out maneuver everything that the game is pretty much set up to be. You know what I mean? But it's much harder to run and gun, in my opinion, than to camp. Like previous games in Call of Duty, you can get to a camper easily. Oh, you camping up there? Cool, no problem, I'll get you. But they made it much harder to get to these campers with field mics, trophy systems that last the whole goddamn whole goddamn match. Crazy. If you don't blow it up. You know what I mean? It's just been weird. So here it is. Multiplayer will support a wide variety of players' behaviors and allow different players to have fun in their own ways. Rusher, run and gun, sentinel, camper, and stalker are three behaviors.
Why would they cater to a camp?
Crafted for play styles.
Yo, why would they cater to a camping play? That's kind of, I don't know. To me personally, that's kind of stupid.
You always have. They always cater to the campers.
No, they have, but it's like they outright say, yeah, you like to camp. We're gonna make sure you can definitely camp in this game. Like, here's a play style for that. I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know. I feel
honestly,
like a lot.
I don't mind as long as you are catering to every place. That's
what
I love.
But if I can't run down,
it's a popular game and this and that. I like Call of Duty because it doesn't matter what play style you play, you can be successful.
Absolutely,
I like multiplayers like that.
Absolutely, and I agree. I just hope that however they're gonna build out this camper play style, I don't want it to be something to where if I'm using a rusher play style, it's imbalanced. If that makes sense, you understand what I mean when I say that? It's like, all right, rusher, you like to run around, you like to run and gun, you like to strafe. If someone is camping, I should have the advantage when it comes to if I'm able to outmaneuver them as a rusher. If I can't outmaneuver them as a rusher and strafe and run and gun properly, it's you're not catering to my playstyle. That's what I'm saying. Like, hearing that, it sounds good, right? But looking at 2018, obviously they're overhauling this completely, so that's why they get in my faith. But if you're catering to that camper playstyle, but a rusher can't outmaneuver them because of how they're camping, it's a problem.
Yeah, I agree, but
But we gotta see.
I have no faith in Infinity Ward, but from what I'm hearing and the interviews that I'm reading, I'm like, okay, it's looking like you're trying to bring back players like us, back into the fold and not just run into Warzone. You know what I mean? But we'll definitely see when that beta hit. That's one of the main reasons as well why I pre-ordered, so I can get in that early access beta.
No facts. Yeah, I think I agree. Like for 100%, man. With when it comes to Infinity Ward, I have no faith in them, or I had no faith in them. But the fact that this game is on a brand new engine and the stuff that they're saying about rebuilding everything from the ground up and trying to make this an entirely different, unique experience, that's where I said, all right, you know what? Okay, I hear what you're saying. It's a brand new engine. Like you really trying to make changes here. I'm gonna give you this chance. If they weren't saying, if they weren't
look at the ACR too. My bad, yo. That look at ACR.
That's what I said yesterday. Thursday when we was watching, I was like, yo, that looked like the ACR of the Man of War. But people in the chat was telling me that's a Scar H. I'm like, that didn't sound. It didn't sound like a Scar H either. That sounded like a Man of War ACR type of gun, but we'll see. So that's my whole thing. Like, all right, you're building a new engine, you're building up, you trying to you overhauling everything. I'm gonna give you this chance. You feel me? Like, all right, you get this one last chance from me, Infinity Ward. And it's like if they knock it out the park, all right, my faith is somewhat restored. If they fail, I'm done with Infinity Ward at least. Like I'm done with them off that one. That's real talk.
Yeah, I would refund that shit quick.
Yeah, like
if this beta is, I'll refund that junk quick.
Yeah, I'm done. So they get the chance from me. They're gonna get the chance. But in terms of the single player, and I was saying this the other day, Call of Duty single players are never bad. Right? They always do a good job with the single player portion of Call of Duties. Like they really outdo themselves with that. Like I definitely think that's a very, very solid experience, right? But me, as exciting or as great as this looks, I'm here for the multiplayer. I'm here for the 6v6. I'm here for the traditional multiplayer. If that's not hitting, the game garbage to me, personally. Because that's what I'm here for. That's what matters to me. If the guns ain't right, if the movement ain't right, if my strafing ain't right, if the perks ain't allowing me to do how I do and how I move, y'all know how I play cards, so y'all know what I'm talking about. If I can't run and gun and strafe how I like, it's garbage. Straight up, it's garbage to me personally speaking. But we'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell with the beta. You feel me? Any final thoughts?
We don't know when the beta is going to release.
We don't.
We're going to find that out, I guess, when they reveal the multiplayer stuff.
Yep. We'll find that out. So we'll see. We'll see what they're talking about with that, man. But shout out to Infinity War, shout out to COD. We'll see what's going on with that. Moving on. Bari, let me talk to you for a second. Now, Bari, listen. I know you only human.
I'm only human.
But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call the FTC on you, sir.
FTC?
I'm gonna have to call the FTC because you 0 for 2. You 0 for 2 right now, big bro. So listen, Granblue Fantasy ReLink, which I am extremely excited for. They pretty much put out the tweet and said, listen, guys, you are not getting no news this June. Now, originally, this game was slated for 2022, and we were slated to get news about the game in June of 2022 as well. But Side Games, they put out a tweet, and they pretty much said that the release date for the game has been pushed to 2023, and we won't get any news about the game until December of 2022. Damn. Now, this game has had a very turbulent and very problemsome development cycle because originally Granblue Fantasy ReLink was being developed by Platinum Games, but then Side Games took it over, and once Side Games took it over, they kind of overhauled a lot of stuff, which is the reason why this game got pushed out and delayed twice already, and now a third time this game has been delayed, so they need more time. Bari, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, man, this delay definitely hurt me. Where I was super upset with this because this is a game, like I said, been talking about it for like a good couple of years now, and I really wanted to play this game this year, yo. If this would have launched this summer or fall, a lot of things would have got put to the side. I love Granblue Fantasy, you know what I mean, and just hearing that the news got, this game got delayed, You know, they're working on the PS5 version in Steam and all that. That's their problem right there. Yeah, you know, it was originally with Platinum Games, but now they're doing all these platforms. You know, they want to make sure the thing is on point, where they could have just focused on one platform like they originally was doing. You know, we probably wouldn't be in this situation here, but
Yo, facts. So wasn't this game only supposed to be coming out for PlayStation and PC at one point?
no, at first it was just a PlayStation 4 game, but then it got updated to a PC game. Then it got updated to a PS5 game. It's coming to PS5 as well. The latest update was PS5 as well, and then now we're here with a delay.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
But nah, man. I mean, it sucks. I wish they would have had like a trailer or something, just to coincide with the delay. But yeah, I'm upset that it got delayed, man. Cause
they did release something on Twitter, like when they posted up the delay on their Japanese account. They showed like this little clip when they talked about the delay. I don't know. I don't think this is new though.
Yeah,
but
this not new. This not new. It's not a new clip. But the thing is about what got me upset is because just last week, like I said, because I go to this website all the time. They updated the website where they updated the world. They updated the actual characters because originally, like last month, they only had like Grand and Jita. They had Laria there, and they had what's his name, Vern there. But then they updated the allies, which, you know, the people that's on the ship, you know, with Catalina, with Rackham, you know, Io and Eugene and all those, and Rosetta. They updated all of that, and then they further updated with it. They had Lancelot and Percival and Vayne and Siegfried and Charlotta. They had their character profiles in there. They was updating it each like week. So I'm like, oh, it's still saying 2022, and they updating the page. Oh, we about to, you know what I mean? This is about to release soon. But nope, it got delayed. You know what I mean? And no specific reason to this. They just told you, sorry, we're delaying this in 2023.
Well, no, they said
stay tuned for later updates later.
So they actually released an actual let me get to it. They released like an actual write-up explaining why the game has been delayed. Let me find it. Go ahead, keep talking. Let me find it.
Yeah, the tweet was like, we apologize to everyone who has been looking forward to it.
No, Kimura, he put out, so this is it. He says, the development team has been hard at work getting Granblue Fantasy ReLink ready for its target release of 2022. We understand the excitement from players have for this game, so it is with utmost regret that we announced that the release date will be pushed back the second time to 2023. Although internal and external circumstances pertaining to the novel coronavirus have been the primary hindrance to the development process, the entire staff has spared no effort in pushing to make up for lost time. However, considering the large-scale scope of this title, we believe more time is needed to further polish and optimize details and gameplay as we approach the final stretch. All graphical resources, scenario pieces, voices, music, and other assets are in a complete state. At this stage, we are focused on refining gameplay balance, debugging, improving audio and graphical fidelity, and making general improvements to the overall experience. We would like to ask for a little more of your patience. Further information was slated to be revealed in June of 2022, but at the moment, our plan is to share more details in December of 2022. We can't wait to show you what we have. So everything is complete.
I missed this update right here, but this kind of quenched my anger a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'm super sad. Cause like I said, you said it got pushed back a second time. Man.
Yep.
Been waiting for this shit.
We're waiting for a minute. I really want to play this too, man. It's like, yo, I need this. You feel me? All the gameplay I've seen, it looks great.
It's going to streamline the story.
Yep.
And it's going to have co-op as well, 4-player co-op.
Yep. So I'm I'm on board day one. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it got delayed just like many other games. It hurts. It sucks. But, you know, at the end of the day, what are you going to do, right? So.
If it was on PlayStation.
Yo, that's a fact. If it was just PlayStation and nothing else, we'd have had this game 2 years ago. I'm just saying. But saying. PC once again ruining everybody else's experience. So let's get to Final Fantasy VII 20th anniversary celebration. So Bari Square Enix has confirmed that there will be a 10-minute 25th anniversary Final Fantasy VII stream happening on June 17th. 2022 at 7 a.m., which is 10 a.m. for us or is it 1? I think it might be 1 in the afternoon. And you know, Nomura's gonna be there. They're retweeting this kind of heavy too, man. They were putting it out there like, yo, don't miss this. This is gonna be dope.
No, so the in America here in the East, it's going to be June 16th at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, I got the wrong link. My fault. Go ahead.
You got a Japanese.
Yeah, I got the Japanese. That's my fault. So what do you think? We're gonna get that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 trailer?
Yo,
how confident are you that we will?
I've seen a lot of people hyping this up. I see the head marketing guy hyping to say, don't miss this, do not miss this. A lot of people, we had the voiceover for Zach. Not the original voiceover for Zach, I think he's like the German one. He's like, don't miss this, don't miss this. So yeah, I think we're gonna get a trailer here. We're gonna get a preview Part 2, man. I know they're gonna talk about First Soldier, the mobile game, and I don't know, we might get some other updates as well, but I think that we're gonna have that Part 2 trailer, and possibly the title of the game. Possibly we're gonna see a box art title and that first teaser trailer. 10 minutes is not long, but that's all I really need, to be honest with you. And yeah, I'm definitely streaming this.
I was gonna say they could spend 5 minutes on First Soldier and then spend the other 5 on the trailer and just showing us box art and everything like that.
And then they're gonna talk about other merch and stuff as well. I don't think it's gonna be the games only. It's an entire celebration of Final Fantasy VII. But
they know why people are watching though. They know
for sure.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna see it here, man, which is great. You know what I mean? They also, the main page was like, the last time we launched Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated on PS5. We hope you're looking forward to the 25th anniversary celebration broadcast next week.
Also, I saw it was pointed out on Twitter that this broadcast is happening on the anniversary of when the first game got announced or something like that, or when we got some news about the first game, I think, or something like that. I remember seeing on Twitter.
Possibly. Yeah, they're saying we'll be streaming Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary celebration at only 10 minutes long. It will be short and sweet. This sounds like Neil Papone was writing this up. But we have packs in a lot of information, so we hope everyone can look forward to the unveiling. Testing. Oh, that's Testing Nomura that made this comment.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, man.
Either way, I'm excited. I'm definitely tuning into this, and I'm excited to see what they show.
I know we're gonna get Soldier. We're gonna get the mobile game for sure. Because they just dropped a new season, the first Soldier. We're possibly gonna get Ever Crisis update as far as when that's coming out for mobile.
You think we might get? You think they might tease or confirm Crisis Core for the PS Plus service?
It's the week where PlayStation Plus announces. So
that's what I'm saying. What if they announce like, oh yeah, Crisis Core will be in the PS Now service at this date?
What if they announce something greater, Persona?
A remake.
Yes, sir.
I mean, listen, the sky's the limit. I'm thinking, yo, we in the same ballpark with that. Like, yo, a remake wholeheartedly. Like, throw that remake in there. But also on top of that, like, oh yeah, and Crisis Core is coming into the whatever, or it's gonna be a remaster or whatever they're gonna do with that. Which I'm like, yo, I'm all for that too, man. I would love to play Crisis Core again. It's been an extremely long time since I played that game. It's been a long time.
Yo, bring them all. I want Dirge back.
I never played Dirge
as well.
I never played Dirge.
Yeah, all they gotta do is update the controls with Dirge, like the shooting mechanic. Update that, and we Gucci. I don't think it was a bad game story wise, but just the gameplay was a little bit rough. But it's been a minute since I played that. It's been a minute since I played Crisis Core. So yeah, I would love to play those games again with trophies and a proper remaster or remake. I'm with that.
Facts, 100%. All right, man. Let's get into some fighting game talk real quick, Bari, before we get to these topics. I'm gonna start with Troubleshooter, man, because he looks dope. DNF Duel comes out June 28th, man. They released 2 character trailers this week. The first one they released was Troubleshooter.
Sir,
he looks kind of dope. He definitely looks like he's throwing a lot at you. I like that little gun sword combo that he has too, and he looks a little bit like a trap character. You know, I see the little electrified thing he's got down on the screen. His super's looking kind of dope. Talk to us, Bari. How you feeling?
So yeah, Troubleshooter's looking pretty good. He is part of the assassin class, like Hitman. So it's Hitman and the Troubleshooter in the same class when it comes to dungeon fighters. They're saying here that has many easy to use moves, has various traps that set off delay explosions. We saw that with the trip mine thing. Has a move that reduces his HP to increase his attack. So you have like an install move as well, which you saw when he dropped the little liquor thing here.
Yo, that's gonna be kind of broken.
When you get to 30% lower when your HP, it enhances all his MP skills. So this guy, he looks like he's gonna be a hard hitting, lot of damage type of character that has some set play options. So he looks very strong in my opinion. But as far as when it comes to range, I guess his range is a little bit shorter than Hitman. But regardless, he looks like he's probably going to deal out more damage.
I feel like what he lacks in range, he makes up for in the traps. Because that little trap, power and traps. Because that little electric thing that he threw when he fell on the ground, he threw that kind of far. that did kind of reach hella far. So I feel like if you could lock somebody down, so if someone's kind of range you out, you throw that and it gets to them, it forces them to block. That gives you an opportunity to get in. At least get in range to use your gun and then, follow up with the sword ability. So I definitely think,
and he's comboing from that too, because it pops you up in the air.
Yep. So I'm digging that. I think it also, again, you saw how when he threw it, he was on the ground getting up. So imagine he throws that on the ground, you trying to get up and you force the block and he gets you in another block string, or he grabs you up or whatever the case may be. I definitely think it's gonna be a problem in the right hands, personally speaking.
Yeah, that trip mine is going to be a problem because the explosion radius is large too. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have to hold that on wake up if you don't have like a reversal, invisible reversal or something. But yeah, he looks strong, man. That whole class system, that assassin class, Hitman is another strong character, and we look like this dude Troubleshooter. He's gonna be another strong character. Everybody just look viable in the game. That's one thing I'm really excited about. Yeah. When it comes to DNF, it's no characters like, oh, this character looks weak. You know what I mean? Like
they all look strong, but they also look very fun to use. Like everyone looks fun to use. No cap. Like so flashy.
Bro, everybody have like 10 specials they can do. No other fighting game doing that, bro. Outside of like Blaze Blue or something, but not every character can do that.
Yeah. Now let's get to the other character that they showed. That Bari already said, this is my main. My main is Striker and this other character. You're gonna see the tapes, and when you see the tapes, it's gonna be this character, which I could definitely see Bari using this character. But we're talking about Swift. I want Bari to have the floor here because I'm sure he already combed through the buttons. He combed through the data. I want Bari to, this is Bari's character, so I want to give Bari the floor on this, man. Bari, Swift, this is a she, right? He is looking really strong, looking to have a lot of tools and a lot of things to his disposal. Talk to us, Bari, man. How you feeling about this character? You see the gameplay, you see the buttons, break it down for us, man.
But yeah, when the whole leak came out as far as the character list, Swiftmaster, Enchantress, Troubleshooter, Launcher, and all that stuff. I saw a Swiftmaster. I was like, hold up. Let me go to the Dungeon Fighter website and see what's going on here. And I saw the character and see what the character can do. I was like, yeah, if this character is everything that is showing here, this is definitely going to be like my secondary character where, it's going to be counter picking, some, probably a striker bad matchups or whatnot. And yeah, he's everything that I expected him to be. He's a fast-moving character, got really good set play. All his special moves can be done in the air as well. But the biggest takeaway I got from this trailer is that he's going to be a reset monster. Because like I said, all his stuff can be done in the air. It looks like it staggers. It leaves the opponents long in the air. And you can probably do some nasty little reset setups when it comes to the opponent recovering from the air. You know what I mean? So what they're saying here with this character is that has fast movements and high mobility. That's already down. You know what I mean? I saw that. I was like, yep. Second, Uh, he said all the MP skills can be used while airborne. Has moves to support his movement while encumbering that of his foes. So and his awakening when he's 30% or down when his HP increases his movement, so he gets even faster. So yeah, like he has these little little balls that he can throw in the air, and then if he moves on top of it and like grab it, it creates this little cyclone, like you see right there where launcher got hit up, and then you can combo from it, which is super cool. So yeah, I'm liking the character a lot. He looks dope. He looks fast. The range is not like the longest of range. It's like medium range, which is to balance the character. But yeah, I'm digging him a lot. And also, this is the coolest looking character so far in the game. The hands down, this character got swag. Just look at this man, persona. This man got swag.
He look alright. He definitely on his Rashid right now. You feel me? I'm digging it. I'm digging the character though. He does look really dope. This is definitely a Bari type of character though. I see it. Like as soon as I seen the trailer, I said, yeah. Bari, I can see Bari.
This is what I was waiting for, man. You know what I mean? I have my 2 characters. I'm set. Dragon Knight is also going to be like the possible third because that was actually my second character. But I wanted to see how this character is going to look and if he was appealing enough. And yeah, Dragon Knight had to sit down a little bit. But yeah, Striker and Swiftmaster, man. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci.
Yeah, I'm still looking at a second. Or even a first. I don't know if Ghostblade gonna be my first. We'll see.
Stop lying to the people, man.
Well, ain't nobody lying, man. I gotta see. I gotta see how I feel, man. Get to the live.
Hey, yo, he about to go back and watch that that Troubleshooter trailer and see if he got a downward slash when he jumps. That's what he going to.
I'm chilling, man. Yo, Chuck said cap. Hey man, ain't no cap, man. I gotta make sure I'm right, man. Being alive, get ready for this grudge match 1st to 10. You feel me? But yeah, so it's Enchantress, and then that's it in terms of characters, right?
It's gonna be Enchantress. Gonna be the last trailer, but there's also another character. It's like a secret boss character, I think.
Okay.
He's on the cover as well, but I don't know if he's gonna get a trailer. I'm most likely he will, but I don't know.
Okay, cool. Yo, DNF Duel, June 28th, guys. Don't miss that. That's gonna be really good.
That trailer might drop today too for Enchantress, so cause they be dropping it late.
Yeah,
they be like 11 or 12 or 1. They be like, oh, new trailer.
They already dropped 2 trailers this week too, so I could definitely see them dropping another one, just to close out the week. But all right, man. Listen, if you made it this far in the show, guys, we're gonna give you some of those trophies. You feel me? Throw a couple trophies at y'all, man. Throw a couple trophies, a few more trophies. We giving them trophies out like Naughty Dog. You feel me? All right. So now we are in the discussion part of the show, and I'm looking at the 2 discussions that I had, and we actually talked about the multiplayer Last of Us kind of when we talked about this. I don't know if we want to go back to that. So we probably just gonna have the one, but Jeff Keighley, if you're listening. Listen, man, all this is just constructive, right? But I'm going to read, it's all love with what we about to talk about. But we got to talk about this. But I'm going to read the question, I'm going to read out the discussion question, how I read it, because it's important to convey.
Wrote this discussion question.
No, don't do that. I mean, yes, I did. But, listen, man, it's all love, Keely. You understand? Nothing but respect for you and what you do for the industry. 100%, right? But we got to speak truthfully about this. All right, so Bari, the discussion is, Summer Game Fest was ass. In your opinion, what should Jeff do to improve next year's show? What can others learn from this show's blunder?
Man, Persona.
What's up,
I
brother?
feel that the Summer Game Fest was weak due to the fact the pacing was bad. Because I rewatched it. There was some games in there that I was like, oh, this looks really, really good. I can legit say there was about 5 or 6 games I was like, okay, this looks great. The beginning of the show was really good. That first 30 minutes was really, really good because you had Street Fighter, you had Call of Duty, you had Callisto, you had that witch game.
Witchfire.
They were showcasing a lot of stuff, but when it got to like that middle and the latter half of the show, it just became like the pacing wasn't good. It gave me, other show vibes when it's just more talking rather than showcasing. And then when it comes to some of these games, it's the CG trailer is great. This like I'm always this person that I don't blame people showcasing a CG trailer when it's the first time them showing their game. But I can see why people complain about seeing CG trailers when it comes to a lot of these developers and games, because the CG trailer is not indicative of how the game is going to play or look. You know what I mean? So it's like it's throwing you out for a loop. When they show Marvel Midnight Suns, a game that was, released or not released, but shown last year, and then not show any type of gameplay mixed with, the CG animation, it throws people off. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, this game looks amazing. Wow, these is amazing cutscenes. Let me go spend my $60. You spend the $60 in the game and look nothing like how that CG was looking, that cinematic trailer was looking. You know what I mean? So I can understand why people or gamers get upset with that. But yeah, my biggest issue was the pacing of the show. So if anything that he can learn when it comes to Summer Game Fest and what he can do is just look at what PlayStation did with State of Play. Look at what Nintendo does with the Direct. I feel like when it comes to those shows, whether it's good or bad, when it comes to those two showcases, the pacing is always pretty good. You know what I mean? Where they get into the games, boom, boom, boom. You might have a little talk here, but they get right back into the games, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? But here, I understand the whole celebration of games and stuff like that, but not every show has to have the Game Awards set up, because the Game Awards is set up that way where you have the talk and the dev talks and all that stuff, but you also have the awards, you know what I mean, to offset that, which is a part of the show. But when we come into, you're taking over for E3 and you're doing an actual game and show, less of the talking and more of the games, which, like I said, they did show it, but it was just like the pacing of it was off. There's a lot of the same genre of games were shown as well. It's like I felt like there was probably 7 space horror games that was shown, which everybody, when you watch everybody's reaction, it was everybody was like, damn, another space horror game, another horror game. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you got to curate that a little bit better, in my personal opinion. But I do appreciate what Jeff Keighley does for the gaming community, and the fact that he did put on a show to entertain us. You know what I mean? It's not an easy thing, because it's very hard to please people in general, and it's very hard to please gamers. So the fact that he's going out there and willing to put himself out there and do these type of shows for gamers, I respect that to the fullest. But still got to be critical, still got to critique it. And yeah, I gave the show like a 4 out of 10. If Last of Us wasn't there, it would have probably been like a 2. To be honest with you. But even with the Last of Us part, let's talking. Give me the goods, man. Should have had a thing prepared there when it comes to factions, or even have a snippet of game. You had a snippet for The Rock, when it comes to his movie.
Crazy, bro.
But you ain't had no snippet of the goddamn show that you spoke for 10 minutes for. You know what I mean? Like it was just off. The pacing, like I said, was just off. The tempo of the show was off. The beginning, very positive. The middle to the end, whew, rough.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think I gave the show a 3.5, and that's really, I was going down to like a 2.
You being nice, because you was upset this whole guy.
I was upset, man, because this is my thing, man, because I did a show earlier in the week where I said, if I need to temper my expectations, should you be doing a show? That's what I asked, right? Because Keighley said that. He said, temper expectations, keep something he said about expectations. And I'm like, I'm tired of, and listen, let me start, disclaimer. I appreciate Keighley to the utmost. I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. Keighley gonna come through to the show one day. You feel me? We're gonna chop it up, talk games, have some fun, whatever. But I just think when it comes to these shows that he does, he overhypes them a little bit, man. And I get, you gotta hype up something that's yours 100%. You know, like you're always gonna hype that up. But I feel like, you know, when it comes to how these shows are being hyped up, like I'm always gonna have high expectations. But then going into these shows, you see, and I'll just focus on this Summer Game Fest. I saw a lot of catfish games at this show, more than I've ever seen in a show in a while, man. Like,
Hello, FTC.
I was finna start to call the FTC all these catfish ass games where they show you this dope CGI trailer, a super detailed, you know, showing them doing this amazing stuff. Then, like for instance, that Aliens game, I thought that was gonna be like some dope like third person or maybe even first person, you know, co-op experience like at a AAA level. Then they started showing quick little snippets of the gameplay based off that CGI trailer, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
It looks like DLC.
That don't look. What you implied in this CGI and what we got in that little FTC.
Hello, FTC.
No. And there was a lot of that happening where like you see these trailers and then you see the gameplay and it's like, this don't look appealing. This don't look exciting. Yo, and then like Goat Simulator. I'm thinking this is Dead Island Riptide or whatever you call it. And this Goat Simulator 3 and all this shit. I'm like, bro, what is this, man? I'm like, what is going, like, what? And this goes to something else that I was really thinking about, like, really thinking about. Like, I mean no disrespect, man, when I say this, but I gotta be honest, man. I'm not but honest with the community and with our supporters. Seeing what was being shown at this show, it really lets you know, like, yo, a lot. PlayStation developers just on another level, bro. Like, yo, a lot of these games just don't, to me personally, they just don't look. They don't look that great to me, man.
They don't look that good.
They don't look that good. They don't look that ambitious. They just don't look. Not being in this generation of consoles, this new generation of consoles with all this power and all this stuff that we expect and all the stuff we're seeing with some of the games like that's coming from PlayStation or developers that PlayStation partners with, even the indies, man. Like when you look at the indies that PlayStation got, you know, like Stray, Little Devil Inside, Sifu, Kana, even the indies look more ambitious, man. Like even the indies I was seeing here, I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like what is this, man? Like this just does not look. To me personally, this just did not look appealing or interesting, man. A lot of the stuff there was not interesting. A lot of it flew over my head. The best space horror game was Callisto Protocol. The most unique and gory and look the most fun to play was Callisto. Then we see like 8 others, and I'm like, they just don't compare to Callisto, personally speaking. Yeah. Then all the dev talk, I'm like, yo. There's a time, like I love hearing developers speak their mind about the developmental process of games. I enjoy listening to that stuff, but there's a time and place for that. On the main stage like this, no. Something that's got an hour and a half and you got to capture people's time and all that, no. Show the game, show some gameplay, show a trailer, whatever you're gonna do, and get the fuck off the stage. And then after the show, that's when you could do interviews and do talks and all that. Nah, not on the stage like that. Nah, that he has to lower that by a lot, because I feel like the show wouldn't even have gone to 2 hours. You could shave like 45 minutes off of that, because 45 minutes of that is people talking. So I think moving forward, chop it down, man. It don't need to be 2 hours. It could be an hour. It could be an hour and a half. It could be 30 minutes. And that's the thing. PlayStation did a 30-minute state of play and showed like 10 or 12 games, right? That broke the internet. It was quick. It was to the point. Even with Final Fantasy 16 when Nomura came on, right? Everybody loves Nomura. He ain't spend 2, 4, 5, 10 minutes talking. He said, listen, guys, we appreciate your patience. You know, turmoil and this and that, and hope you enjoy the trailer. We'll have more soon. We appreciate you. Enjoy. Yoshi P. Yeah, Yoshi P, not Nomura. And here's the trailer. Show the trailer. Everybody's hyped. Broke the internet. That's it. They showed RE Remake. They showed all the cute little indies and all this. They showed the third parties. They showed that PC bullshit with Spider-Man. But, you know, we ain't going to talk about that. And everything else. And got the hell out of there. 30 minutes. Boom. Respect my time. After the fact, they released a blog post, released the information and everything else after the fact. You gotta get hip to that, man, Keely, because you trying to capture people's time, man. You want to keep people engaged. And again, where things were positioned, you should have had Street Fighter 6 in the beginning. You should have saved MW2 for the middle, and then Last of Us closed it out so that you had certain high points throughout the whole show. And even Callisto Protocol, it could have been MW2 and Callisto in that middle, because those two games took up the most time in terms of gameplay and all that stuff, and talking, because like it was really engaging. I thought that was really engaging. Like that talk and that gameplay stuff, I thought was really engaging. That end, Last of Us, it's gonna knock it out the park. Street Fighter 6 in the beginning, and then you got everything else in the middle. And then there was a lot of PC mobile trash there, man. Like, let me not go there. I'm getting too far. I don't want to talk like that. There was just a lot of there was just a lot of uninspiring shit there that I just was like, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, yo, man, it's a celebration, Persona.
Nah,
man.
it is a celebration, man. And
He said that he had stuff for everyone, man. It's not just about you, bro.
No, it's not. No, you're right. It's not. Bari, Bari, get up out of here, bro. You try to. I see what you trying to do. Yo, it's not even like that, brother.
You was about to go with it. What
Nah,
you mean? You was about to go with it.
No, listen. There is a celebration. It's a celebration for everybody, and I agree. I agree 100%. But you still need to capture the audience with this stuff, man. There was all this beta sign-ups and CG trailer bullshit, bro. That's what everyone was there to see, bro. Sign up for a beta. Beta in 2023 and all this other shit. All these catfish games. That's what people are there for? That's what everybody is there to see, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man. Like 1, 2, or 3 space horror games, but 7, 8? Come on, man. Nah.
Yeah, I feel like Keely, sometimes you got to read the room better, because if you're going to have a show in June, the expectations is going to be high regardless. You know what I mean? Like PlayStation having a state of play in the beginning of June, the expectation was high because like, yo, there's no E3. Why are you going to do a state of play in June? Everybody know this type of month is that, yo, this is a time for announcements and stuff. And they delivered when it comes to expectation, in my opinion. But the next show was his show. You did all these Twitter spaces and all that stuff. You try to make people, bounce back a little bit, but the hype was already built up. You know what I mean? I agree with you. Some of those catfish, PC games and these open beta stuff, or people talking about, hey, we're making a game and we want you to be excited for it, and then nothing. It's just not viable, in my opinion, for this day and age. That's all. Oh, this ain't no audio. Oh, it's back. Okay. Persona, you there?
I'm talking now. I don't know what happened. Like, my computer. I think I need to like update my computer or something, because like it's
your drivers or something.
Yeah, something with the drivers, because what'll happen is like all my USB ports that stuff is plugged into, they'll just lose connectivity sometimes. The shit's weird, so I think I have to look into that. You cut out for a quick second, but it came back. I agree.
I was just pretty much relaying the same thing that you said anyway. So
I agree. So that's my whole thing, man. And I think when it comes to what other people can learn from this, in terms of people that are doing shows, is it still doing it? No, it shouldn't be doing it. Hold up.
Nah, I'm watching it. It's not doing nothing. It's good.
All right.
Oh yeah, you might have a Windows update. Yo, that happens.
Windows garbage, man.
A lot.
Shit garbage.
Most likely, like when you end the stream and you try to like put your computer to sleep or restart it, you're gonna see a little orange little joint.
I might have to update to 11 because I'm still on 10. So we'll see. I think when it comes to what people can learn from this in terms of other people, I also think a lot of people are holding things back for their own show, but also there was a lot of stuff there that was released in 2022 with no dates. I'm just like, bro, we're 6 months left in the year. When are you giving us this date? So yeah, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if I don't see like fall 2022. Matter of fact, nah, yeah, in June and you don't have a date, your shit ain't coming out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like you got shit slated. It says coming 2022. When? There's 6 months left in the year. Where's the date? You feel me? So that's my whole thing. But listen, I don't know. Game is in a really weird spot right now. I think in general, where some people just are doing better than others. But yeah, the show is a 3.5 out of 10. Better luck next year, Keely.
Hopefully the show seemed like it was fun though. Like they had like the whole booths and gameplay because we got a lot of information with Street Fighter.
Yeah, that was cool.
With that, so people are enjoying it.
Yeah, which that's what matters. Shout out to them. Hopefully the Game Awards will be better. We'll see. But yeah,
what he did for not today's show, but Summer Game Fest, that is more of a Game Awards type style and flow. You know what I mean? Because it's not the Game Awards. Yeah, you're getting world premieres and you're getting stuff, but it's not like a typical E3 type show. What he's took over for E3 or this show. You got to play towards your audience, man. Everybody know the Game Awards is gonna be like a slow burn, slow pace because you gotta announce the awards. You gotta do a whole bunch of promos and this and that. But this type of show, you can't be like every single thing is a let me do an announcement. So next game we have here is this and this and that. No, nobody's not trying to see that every single game. You know what I mean? That's my biggest critique.
Yeah, I agree. Yo, what's up with these Yo,
we're gonna have to just next week we're just gonna change it to subscribers only.
That
can
bot
chat.
stuff is weird, man.
I
don't like that stuff showing up. Yeah. But yeah, guys, listen, that is the end of the show. And if you made it to the end, man, you get your trophies and a platinum. Oops. You get your trophies, man. And obviously that platinum. Woo! 87 platinums, man. Y'all closing in on 100 plats, man. We close. We close to 100 plats. We close to 100 plats. Facts. But yo, man, Bari, talk to us, man. What you got coming to the channel in terms of content? Give us your outro. What's going on for you for the next week, man? Talk to us.
Yo, man, this week and the following weeks is gonna be a lot of content coming to the channel, man. So right on Monday we're gonna have the Capcom showcase that we're gonna be reacting to, and on Thursday we're gonna have that Final Fantasy VII anniversary. I also had the Soldier First Class giveaway stream that week as well, but I might push that back to like next week so I don't burn myself out. And have it closer to like when DNF, so whoever win whatever cards they can put that towards whatever they want to put it towards. But yeah, man, I'm going to be doing a video reviewing like the PlayStation Plus, the revised PlayStation Plus. So that might be replacing the actual giveaway stream for that day. But it's not going to be a stream. It's most likely going to be like a regular video. And then like later on, I want to talk about Street Fighter 6 as well, but we'll see. I want to do some Guilty Gear streams as well because that game, I feel like that game has completely changed now with this new update with Season 2. So I want to get, do some probably like open lobbies and, sessions with that game. And then DNF is going to be here, man. So, when that game drops, it's going to be a lot of content being released as well, man. So yeah, a lot of stuff coming in June, guys. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to that stuff, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my channel. I'm not doing the Xbox show again, man. Persona, man. Like I said, I saw that article talking about No Fable. It's not for me to. It's not for me to really do that show, man. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but I'm more interested in the Capcom one and the Final Fantasy. I'll do that stream there.
Yeah. I guess. Yo, let me know if you're doing a Guilty Gear lobby. I'll come through, man. I've been practicing with Leo, so.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool though. I mean, a lot of content coming to the channel, man. Shout out to Bari, man. For me personally, also follow Bari on Twitter. This is our show, Bari. We can shout ourselves out. Follow Bari on Twitter @JBari_, and obviously subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is JBari. The links to all that stuff is in the description. For me personally, man, you know, I'm Persona, Game with Persona. I was your host this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. You know, I think it flowed pretty well. A lot of good talks, man. I always look forward to the Saturday morning show with my bro Bari, man, chopping it up with the community, with the chat. Yeah, Henry, Bari funny, man. Like, he don't want to shout out his stuff. Like, this is our platform. You feel me? Shout your shit out, man. Like, let the people know, man. Let them come through.
You know, we need a shout out.
What?
Yo, PlayStation, they just dropped like a trailer. What's it called? What's that anime called again? It's coming out later this year. Hold on, let me pull up 1 second. My bad, guys. I just tweeted it too. Gungrave.
Gungrave.
Yo, it looks good, yo.
I have to look at it.
It looks really good.
I have to look. I'll see. Yeah, man. Yeah, Bari, he don't want to shout himself out, man. I'm gonna shout it out. But for me personally, man, you know, I'm Persona. YouTube channel is Gaming with Persona. My Twitter is @PersonaSpeaks. You can follow me. You know, I post a lot of gameplay, a lot of jokes as well. You know, a little bit of everything, man. But you know, it's real chill, not too much craziness. And in terms of content, I am gonna be doing live reactions, pre-show and live reactions for the Xbox Bethesda showcase tomorrow. We're definitely gonna talk about that. Monday, I am doing the Capcom showcase as well. Live reactions, pre-show. There is what else? There's something else I was gonna do as well. I forgot. It slipped my mind. But there's more content. Oh yeah. The PS Plus stuff. I'm definitely gonna talk about that too. I think depending on what time the Capcom showcase is, I might do a When Persona Speaks Monday as well. If not, I might do When Persona Speaks just Tuesday at 5:30. And we would talk about everything, talk about the PS Plus and all. Plus, I want to talk about a couple other things. I'm gonna talk about demos. I want to talk about demos on When Persona Speaks. So you know, definitely we're gonna talk about that and a bunch of other stuff. And then, you know, a lot of more content, you know, trailer breakdowns and whatnot coming to the channel. You know, and then Thursday, I'm probably that one, the Final Fantasy VII 20th anniversary. I'll probably just watch watch Bari's stream or whatnot, and you know, talk about that just because it's only 10 minutes, and then probably just do a trailer breakdown if they do show Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. But listen, I appreciate y'all pulling up, coming through. I hope you enjoyed the show. You know, shout out to the WUPS Nation. You know, all the WUPS members. Shout out to the new members, Trappin' Ice Queen Gamer. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the subscribers. You know, we appreciate y'all that sub to the channel. Shout out to the new subs as well. Yes, shout out to the first time listeners that just happened to come across our channel and our podcast. We hope you enjoyed your stay. And you know, shout out to the lurkers. Shout out to everybody here, man. And we appreciate y'all, man. And always remember, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. Woo! And we'll see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place, same crew, the WUPS crew. And you have a great weekend, guys. Be safe.
Yes, we streaming Shredder's Revenge.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, streaming Shredder's Revenge next week as well. Yeah, I'm definitely streaming that on launch night. That night, we getting a lobby started, and yeah, I'm streaming that 100%.
Thursday.
Yes, sir.
In there.